Like the second time seeing a guy in 5 days, I think it's one thing to sit in a video room and in the cage with Pete Fatsi and say, hey guys, like, we know Martin, like this is what we expect, like go out there and attack this plan. Well, then all of a sudden it's just hard to lay off the stuff that he tempts you with. I think it's different when you see it for the second time in 5 days. They'll go in, I think anyway, in the first inning like they did in the fifth inning last time. Like, all right, this is my fourth at-bat against this guy, and I've got the exact right plan, and that's the whole key, is lay off the stuff he wants you to swing at and do damage on the mistakes he makes. He's a great guy. Red Sox fans love him. I loved getting to know him for the 2 years he was here, but tonight he's the enemy, and I think the Red Sox might well batter him.
Very good. From your lips to God's ears, that's Will Fleming, the voice of the Red Sox. Looking forward to the call of the game tonight, Will. Thanks so much.
Christian, we'll see you in the booth. We'll do a little in-game scoreboard updates. Looking forward to that too, man.
Looking forward to it myself. I'll see you in a little bit. And coming up next, we'll hear you talking to Alex Cora, which is presented by your New England Ford dealers. I'm Christian Arcand. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. We'll be back with Alex Cora.
Want to pull off the season's freshest trends? You just need the right shoes. That's where Designer Shoe Warehouse comes in. Loving wide-leg jeans? Pair them with sleek, low-profile sneakers. Obsessed with the sheer trend? Try it with mesh flats. Feeling boho? Comfy sandals nail the whole free-spirited thing. Find on-trend shoes from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at DSW.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy two, get one free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowes.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day or new shoes for her favorite salsa class. Or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
Hey, weekend warriors, how's a little trail therapy sound right now? Hop in. Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Tune out all those work emails and turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of letting the kids play online, show them some epic inclines. Turn your 8-person family dinner into an exhilarating off-road adventure. The all-new Nissan Armada is here. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on Auto Trader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on Auto Trader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on Auto Trader. Just you wait. Auto Trader.
Listen up, Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. So let's do it again and get vaccinated. We're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults under 50. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com to schedule. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Alex Cora, you are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arkian here with you, and it's pregame, and that means it's time to crack a cold harpoon before our first crack at bat. Find your local packy at harpoon.com. Harpoon, first or forever, must be 21 or over. Please drink responsibly. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get the employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. Here with manager Alex Cora is our own Will Fleming.
Opener against the Chicago White Sox with the manager Alex Cora. AC, it's been a grind. It really has. I hate that word a lot of times in baseball because it is such a fun job, and we're so blessed to be in it. But it is. And your team's starting in Mexico. This has been a whirlwind. I would imagine you feel a real reset after yesterday.
Yeah, and the schedule is going to get easier in a sense, right? We got the off day yesterday. We're going to get one in Toronto. Then we get one right after that. And then we don't play Thursdays for like 2 months. And, early in the season, we knew it going into the season. Like, we needed to make sure to keep everybody fresh. I think the bullpen did an amazing job. The way they finished that road trip was amazing. And, pitching-wise, which was the biggest worry on a stretch like that, we finished in doing an outstanding job. So now we took off yesterday, and now we go.
Well, I was going to wait a little while to get into the bullpen, but you brought it up, so here we go. All three of those guys, in their own way, at the back end of that game, were unbelievable. Let's start with Weissert. I mean, the changeup was ridiculous. He just seemed to have it all going. What's your impression of that outing and him so far this year?
Yeah, that's something that, as a group, we've been talking a lot. We get a daily sheet with the usage, and it's green, yellow, red, and we're trying to pitch our guys on green all the time, If it's a pocket that is good for Zach or for Weiser, well, Zach pitched the night before, we go with the rest of one. And that's what's going to happen most of the time. Obviously, the season will dictate what we do, the series and all that, but all those three guys were rested. And Weiser, since last year, when he went down, he made some adjustments, and he's been really good. He's keeping the ball in the ballpark, which is very important. He gets tickets, right? He punched tickets. And, he didn't like the fact that he was 2-0 on Yandy, but he was able to come back. Fastball, foul, and then the changeup. So good sequence. He looked in the attack. He was attacking. The same thing with Whitlock, same thing with Slayton, same with Zach the night before. Actually, that started on the Monday game, when Fulmer came in and he survived, right? He helped us survive for a little bit, but Wing threw the ball well. Weiser threw the ball great. Bernie gave up a fly ball to right field for a homer, but overall, the bullpen was amazing.
That was 2021 Garrett Whitlock. I mean, he was dotting everything. What was it like you saw him all spring, but wasn't that his best of the year? And what do you think of the way he looks right now?
I think the use of the fastball was different. He didn't live down. He went up with the fastball. Same thing with Sean. He used the cutter, the sinker, and the four-seamer, and that's hard, man. Like that's what amazes me about hitters now, that you have to hit 3 fastballs, probably in one at bat. Try to hit them, and I think our fastball usage in that series was good. You know, we make them feel uncomfortable inside, and we're able to expand away and up, and we got a lot of strikeouts.
You must be proud of the way your team responded after that clunker of a game in the opener to win the next 2, especially a 1-0 game in the finale. You had to be proud of your guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the road trip, we had 2 really bad games and 4 good ones, you know. It was a 500 trip, but we play well, and we're back home. The weather is great, so hopefully we can gain momentum, you know, and take care of business this week.
Just being here today, nice weather, off day in the books. Guys are hopping around. Do you feel that in your clubhouse?
Feel the city that way. You know, I was going around the city doing a few things today, and there's a lot of people here. Obviously, huge weekend, right? Eastern, and then the marathon. The Celtics play on Sunday. We're here too. So it feels around the city, that vibe. The guys are feeling good, man. That was a good trip. That was a great series, a tough one, right, against a rival. We ended up winning it, and now, like I said, let's take care of business here.
Your third baseman has a new boy. Bennett comes into the world a couple of days ago. Pretty cool that he's willing to race back. I mean, he's got 40 million reasons to do that, but it does set the tone for your club, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think all of us will have done the same thing, to be honest with you. Yeah, let me play a baseball game, and then I'll take care of the family. No doubt. Actually, the debate was like if he will stay in Tampa one more night, but he had no chance.
What do you remember about the birth of your twins? I mean, I have these vivid memories about the times my children were brought into the world. I know that must have been a wild ride for you.
Yeah, so July 20th, we were going to travel to Baltimore, and I got a call like around 6 o'clock. You got to come home. And hop on a plane at 9 from Houston, got to Puerto Rico, straight to the airport. When I'm going to pay the taxi, I don't have my wallet. You know, I only have my ID. I'm like, bro, just wait. No, I'm Alex Cora. I promise you, man. I'm going to get the money. So I got the money, paid the taxi, and half hour later, the boys were there.
Wow. Crazy. Pays to be AC in Puerto Rico. Hunter Dobbins comes up. I know you were impressed with him last time you saw him. What do you need from him tonight?
Compete for 5 or 6. The velocity is good. The off-speed stuff is good. The mound presence is great. So, just go out there. He already had a taste of the big leagues, right? Sunday Night Baseball on national TV. So show up to him Friday, set the tempo, pound the strike zone and help us win the game.
I know you're focused right here. You should be. This is your job. But the baseball world is talking about Roman Anthony. I mean, what he's doing down there is the stuff that Gunnar Henderson did, is the stuff that all these kids who've come up and been stars have done. What do you make of the start that he's off to at AAA?
Well, he's doing the things that he's supposed to do, right? He's a good player, very calm, and he controls the strike zone. When you do that, that's what's going to happen, and he's off to a great start.
Does playing the White Sox recently help you kind of game plan for them in these 4?
Should be. We know Martin, he's a veteran. I really don't think he's going to change anything because he's been successful. But us as a team, this is kind of like the first time we play somebody back-to-back. So be ready for them, make some adjustments, and hopefully we can have fun offensively.
We appreciate it. We hope you have fun. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
That was Alex Cora with our own Will Fleming. By the way, you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. I'm Christian Arcand. Still got a lot to get to here in pregame, including the Subaru scoreboard update, the Herb Chambers starting lineups, and the Interlock Roofing lock of the game, which I actually hit on Wednesday. Joe, you're a witness. You remember that. So we're going to try and keep it going today. That's coming up next on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shade Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to seebetterplaybetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shade. That's seebetterplaybetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day, or new shoes for her favorite salsa class. Or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
Hey, weekend warriors, how's a little trail therapy sound right now? Hop in. Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Tune out all those work emails and turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of letting the kids play online, show them some epic inclines. Turn your 8-person family dinner into an exhilarating off-road adventure. The all-new Nissan Armada is here. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Some people follow the rules, I break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we talk to the rebels who do things their way. Listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
What up, fellow Gen Xers? Elizabeth Banks here. As the original latchkey kids, we took things into our own hands, like house keys and video game controllers. And now it's time for us to do it again, because the recommended age to get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. We're at over 6 times greater risk compared to adults under 50. So go to vaxassist.com and schedule. Gen X, this is our shot. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And this song selection from Joe Braverman is no accident. It is Grateful Dead night at Fenway Park tonight, and it is a sea of tie-dye out there. I was over for batting practice, and you would have thought it was Shakedown Street over there. But it looks like a good tie. I think they're giving out vests, these Grateful Dead vests. If you were one of the first people to come in, they look pretty sharp. They've been doing all sorts of tie-dye jerseys, Jerry Garcia hoodies, all that stuff. It's always a good time here at the park when they're doing that. And now it's time for the Herb Chambers starting lineups. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them For the Boston Red Sox, leading off in left field would be Jarren Duran. He'll be followed by Rafi Devers, the DH. Alex Bregman, back from paternity leave, and no doubt full of new dad strength, will bat third and play third base. In the cleanup spot is Trevor Story, the shortstop. Romy Gonzalez will bat fifth and play first base against the lefty. Rob Refsnyder will be in right field batting sixth. Also a decision made, I'm sure, because of Martin Perez's left arm. Christian Campbell will bat seventh at second base, followed by Carlos Narvaez doing the catching. Ceddanne Rafaela will bat ninth and play center field behind the Red Sox starter, Hunter Dobbins. For the White Sox, Chase Mydroth will lead off, the shortstop, who broke up Garrett Crochet's no-hitter. Very rude of him to do that a little while ago. Andrew Benintendi, who we didn't see in the last series, will bat second and play left field. And Joe Braverman and I just looked this up. There are only 2 players on the roster that played in Boston with Andrew Benintendi. Rafael Devers and Tanner Houck got called up for a cup of coffee back in the 2020 season, and that's it. There is not another connection to Andrew Benintendi on the roster right now, which is wild to think about. Lenyn Sosa will bat third and play third base, followed by Joshua Palacios in right field batting cleanup. After that, Andrew Vaughn at first, Nick Matan at DH, Matt Dice will do the catching. Brooks Baldwin will bat eighth and play second. Michael A. Taylor will bat ninth and play center field behind the White Sox starter, Martin Perez, who, as I said earlier, is off to a tremendous start this season. It's time now for the Subaru Scoreboard update. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. A couple of games already in progress very early on for the Pirates and the Guardians. They're in the bottom of the first inning, and Pittsburgh is already on the board thanks to a home run from O'Neal Cruz, who is on a bit of a tear lately. He's been hitting home runs left and right. It's the top of the first inning in Detroit, the Royals and the Tigers. Kansas City has jumped out to a 1-0 lead in that one thanks to a RBI double off the bat of Vinny Pasquantino. There's also one other game in progress, middle of the first inning in Philadelphia. The Phillies and the Marlins are scoreless. Still to come tonight as we take a look at the schedule. A 7:05 start time in Baltimore for the O's and the Reds. Andrew Abbott and Cade Povich are your starters in that one. Same start time, 7:05 down in Tampa at George Steinbrenner Field, where the Rays will host the Yankees, who are the hottest team in baseball right now. They carry a 4-game win streak into that one. Carlos Rodon and Drew Rasmussen will be your starters there. 7:07 start time in Toronto. Brian Wu and Bowden Francis will be the starters for the Mariners and the Blue Jays. St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Mets at Citi Field, and that's a 7:10 start time in New York. Atlanta Braves will host the Minnesota Twins at 7:15. Chris Paddock and Bryce Elder, your starters there. Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Jake DeGrom, a premier pitching matchup in Texas. Dodgers and the Rangers getting underway at 8:05. The A's will pay a visit to the Milwaukee Brewers. JT Ginn and Freddie Peralta are your starters there. An 8:10 start time in Houston for Kyle Hart and Ryan Gusto. And the San Francisco Giants visiting the LA Angels in Anaheim. It's a 9:38 start time. Logan Webb and Tyler Anderson will be your starting pitchers. We have one game that's been postponed already. That would be Washington and Colorado. And for Colorado, they probably just assume postpone it anyway. They are the coldest team in baseball right now, riding a 6-game losing skid. All right, it's time for the lock of the game, and it's presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Now, I'm not exactly the gambling expert, okay? I like to think I am, but I know, and you can tell if you've been following these picks so far this year, that maybe that's not the case. But I'm feeling very good about tonight because the new dad thing is real. That's a real thing. You heard it not just from me. If you don't believe me, Will Fleming fully agrees with me that the new dad thing is a real thing. So here, I'm just going to give you this. Here are Alex Bregman's props for the game tonight. The odds for him to hit a home run, plus 420. Appropriate on Grateful Dead night, isn't it? Plus 165 for Bregman to have 2 hits, plus 700 for Bregman to have 3 hits. If Bregman were to, say, have 3 total bases, the odds of that would be 170. And the odds of him having 1 RBI plus 115, 2 RBI, 380. I'll tell you which one of those I like the most. I like the 3 hits at plus 700. That's the one I like the most. It's the juiciest, obviously, so that's probably why I like it. But still, he had 5 hits in his last game. He's got the new dad strength. I think the home run's a nice one, too. But I think I like the 3 hits a little bit more. I may be going on my FanDuel app right after we're done here and locking that one in. Anyways, that's just about all the time we have here on the pregame show here, Mass Mutual pregame show. As I said before to start all this, it's a new day for the Red Sox. It's a day to put a uneven start behind you, some of the ugliness that we saw certainly against the White Sox, and what a better time to do that than with the White Sox in town, with a team that is just having such a hard time really doing anything unless they're playing the Red Sox. Got absolutely smoked by the A's this past week, swept in that series, outscored 23-4, and it should be ready for the Red Sox to come out swinging. Even against Martin Perez, a lefty. It's not like the Red Sox have been great against lefties so far this year, but it is certainly a good opportunity for them to make that change. With that being said, we have Red Sox and the White Sox. It's Martin Perez. It's Hunter Dobbins. That's your starting pitchers here in this game tonight. I'm Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. The Red Sox are in action next, right here on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Mark. Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shade Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to seebetterplaybetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shade. That's seebetterplaybetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day or new shoes for her favorite salsa class. Or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? Well, then listen to What We Spend. Available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers. But you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Something's got to be done about this. It's not fair to the dealers. Commonwealth pricing is not realistic. It's all in favor of the customer, for crying out loud. Yeah, I know. Their deals are too good. Well, it's not fair to us.
Hi, Kimberly Day from Commonwealth Motors, and I'm happy to say we are not following in the footsteps of all the other high-priced car dealers.
That's right, Kim. Our best price possible every day on every Nissan, Kia, Honda, Chevy, and Volkswagen. Every day, no matter how much other dealers complain.
We want to be your favorite dealer, and for over 30 years, we have not been afraid to say, shop us last, you'll love us. because of our best price possible guarantee.
Our best price possible on every Nissan, Honda, Volkswagen, Chevy, and Kia.
Commonwealth Motors, located right off Route 495, exit 103A in Lawrence.
Find us fast at shopuslast.com.
Shop us last, you'll love us. Guaranteed.
It's just not fair, Commonwealth.
It's more than fair.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Town Fair Tire is New England's largest volume discount tire dealer with over 100 locations. So we sell Michelin tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Like Michelin tires with all-season capabilities and maximum performance. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services for life on your Michelin tires for longer tread life and reliable traction in both wet and dry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is Red Sox Baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three and no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
On a beautiful early spring Boston night, we welcome you to Fenway Park, where tonight the Red Sox open a 7-game homestand as they welcome the woeful Chicago White Sox for the first of a 4-game series. It is beautiful in the back bay. The Red Sox will hand the baseball to Hunter Dobbins, and he'll be opposed for the second time in 5 days by our old friend Martin Perez. The Red Sox and the White Sox will set the scene, give you the starting lineups and so much more. But before we do all that, time now for our national anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com. You'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On a beautiful Fenway night, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth high above the verdant green landscape of Fenway Park. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks, and Brooksy, a day off for the Red Sox. There's a real different feeling in the air. It's not quite opening day, but down on the field in the dugout, they were bouncing around. You feel like they're rejuvenated after the series win in Tampa Bay and expecting big things against this very underwhelming White Sox roster.
Well, two things go into that. The way the series started in Tampa and the way it ended, obviously you come away with 2 wins. You win that series after that ugly game 1. But also that it was a lot warmer today. It felt like baseball weather. It's cooled off here a bit, but the last time we were here, it was in the 30s. So I think everybody's really excited to play some baseball now.
Well, the Red Sox are in their City Connect yellow and blue jerseys. They have been so successful in those. Hunter Dobbins takes the ball for the Red Sox against Martin Perez. We'll get into this as the game goes on, Will, but don't you think the Red Sox as a group will have a better idea and a much better approach second time seeing Perez in such a short period of time?
Yeah, and he's been the same guy for a long time, but he's lost some velocity, so there is a definite plan since seeing him just a week ago and coming in here. I think we're going to, like you said, we'll get into it later, but being able to see him and know how to build a plan against someone who's really not overpowering, it'll be interesting to see if this really aggressive Red Sox lineup can dial it back a little bit against the soft throwing lefty.
In just a moment, you're going to give us the specifics of the starting lineups, but it's the right-handed heavy hitters, Will, against Martin Perez. And I just really think that right now, the way that Romy Gonzalez is swinging the bat, it does sort of percolate through the whole order. I think the professional approach of Romy and Refsnyder, and Bregman for that matter, who's red hot, tends to trickle down to this team.
It does, and it really plays right into what Trevor Story's been doing a lot this year, staying up the middle, going the other way, not getting too big, and just trying to have a line drive mentality. It'll be interesting to see, though, how Rafaela goes about it, how the lefties look against him and his stuff. So obviously we'll find out here real quick.
The umpires have marched out. The lineup cards will emerge in just a moment. Will Venable makes his return with the White Sox back to Fenway Park. They are 4-14 after they took the series from the Red Sox swept away in a 4-game series from the Oakland Athletics. Meantime, the Red Sox took 2 of 3 from the Rays, and they are 10-10. So how about it, Will? How about tonight's starting lineups?
So starting lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the White Sox, leading off Chase Mydroth, playing shortstop. Old friend Andrew Benintendi will be in left. Lenine Sosa at third base. Joshua Palacios in right. Andrew Vaughn at first with Nick Maton as the designated hitter. Matt Theis will be doing the catching. Brooks Baldwin at second base and Michael A. Taylor in center. For the Red Sox, Jarren Duran leading off playing left field. Rafi Devers DHing. Alex Bregman at third base. Trevor Story at short. Romy Gonzalez getting the start at first. Rob Refsnyder in right field. Christian Campbell at second base. Carlos Narvaez doing the catching. And Cedon Rafaela in center.
Here comes Hunter Dobbins across the first base line, a hop and a skip. He's got the City Connect jersey on for the first time, yellow with a blue number 73 behind. Behind him, Alex Bregman, 2 times over a dad with Story at short. Campbell, the second baseman, and Romy Gonzalez playing first base. Defensive alignment brought to you by the Baldwin Group, insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Hunter Dobbins last time, Will, was super impressive. Back into that doubleheader with the St. Louis Cardinals, and he could not possibly look more calm about to make his second start.
Yeah, I like his stuff. I mean, it's a 4-seamer, a slider, a curveball, a sweeper, and a split. But I think what I like the most, he wasn't nervous. He wasn't scared to just attack the zone and throw strikes. You got to go after these guys.
Got a new-looking slider. He used it a lot to great effect against the Cardinals. Injury report is brought to you by Ketchus Law Group, champions for the injured. More than $3 billion recovered for New Englanders. Before the game today, Will, Cutter Crawford threw a long bullpen on the game mound here at Fenway Park. You will never know what the metrics said until tomorrow. And the most important thing is how he felt after throwing that many pitches.
Yeah, he had what they call an up-down, right? It's basically 2 innings. He goes through X amount of pitches, 15, 20 pitches, and he'll go in the dugout for 10 minutes and then go back out and throw 1 more inning. But just standing on the side, the fastball seemed to be coming out well. He was throwing all of his pitches, which is a good sign. You got to think he'll be in a game here pretty soon.
It's starting to feel more and more like summer baseball at Fenway Park. The temperature has dropped a little bit, 61 degrees. Some cloud cover overhead. There were some showers in the area, but we expect to stay dry tonight. Sox have been awesome in these new look yellow unis, and the new dad, Alex Bregman, is all laughs at third base. He definitely just got congratulations from Phil Cuzzy. Here is Dobbins' first pitch, and it is just outside with a 96 mile-an-hour fastball. Why not the leadoff hitter, Chase Mydroth, who broke up the Garrett Crochet no-hitter in the 8th inning 5 days ago. Here's a pitch down and in from Dobbins, a splitter that missed. And it's 2-0. This kid, Mydroth, has been incredible so far in the big leagues. Gotten on base at a 409 clip, which is just what he does.
He just does not chase out of the zone. It's one of those guys, if he doesn't swing, it's either borderline or it's a ball.
2-0. Swinging a high pop-up on the right side of the infield. Romy back at first base. Drifting back to his right. He makes the play. The wind is clearly howling here tonight. Before the game, out to left, and that one took a ride. There's one away.
Yeah, same thing. You said it. I mean, it looks to be blowing out to left center, almost center field now, but it's the flag's moving a lot. So as soon as that went up, I'm thinking, okay, does Campbell take that from him the way it drifted over?
Dobbins wants a new baseball. Got the win in his Red Sox debut. He said afterward, sort of helped that the team almost scored 2 touchdowns for me. That was the electric game 2 of the doubleheader. One out here is Andrew Benintendi, who takes a fastball outside, ball 1. It would have been impossible 7 years ago to imagine this moment right here for Benny. 1-0. Dobbins throws, and a curveball misses low, 2-0. Part of the Killer Bees, a tremendous start to his Red Sox career. It all sort of fell apart for him in 2019, 2-0. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Came back off the injured list yesterday as a pinch hitter. Pretty good start to the season, and actually he had some moments in 2024. Trying to rediscover the natural hitter in himself. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a curveball. And it's 2-2.
Benny just came off the IL. It was yesterday, I believe. He had that adductor strain. And he pinch hit yesterday. Got a couple at bats. Didn't get a hit.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down in the first. Dobbins throws and a fastball. Misses outside. He's throwing hard tonight, 97. And it's 3-2. That miracle year for the Red Sox, 2018. Benintendi hit 290. 16 homers and 87 driven, and he got on base at a 366 clip. Here, he pops it up on the right side of the infield. Campbell is there. So 2 pop-outs recorded for Dobbins. 2 down in the first.
You know, even with Dobbins throwing the curveball as much as he has here early in the first inning, he just pounces. He's in attack mode all the time, and I think that's what Alex Cora and Andrew Bailey and what they really love about this kid is he's fearless out there.
Here's the pitch to Lenin Sosa, and it misses up and in with a fastball 97 miles an hour. So that's ball 1. Sosa 281, 1 homer, 5 driven, and he had a big weekend series against the Sox in Chicago. Here, fastball 96, keeps attacking, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Lenin Sosa 6 multi-hit games. That's tied for 11th in the American League. So he's, to your point, been swinging it decent.
The 1-1 is a strike on the inside corner, top of the zone, 95, and it's 1-2. 25 years old is Dobbins. Born in Bryan, Texas, just around the corner from Texas A&M. 1-2. Dobbins looks over the fingertips of a red glove. The 1-2 to Sosa. High in the air on the left side of the infield. 3 pop-ups. Story backpedaling in front of Duran, and he drops the ball. And Story goes down in a heap. Duran sort of went away as Story called him off. On this kind of night, it might be advisable to let the outfielders make the play coming in.
Yeah, that's a ball. It's up there that long. Duran had plenty of time to get there, obviously playing left. Not a whole lot of ground to cover to get where this ball was. He kind of just gave up on it because Trevor called it so early, but you want to see the outfielders take over in that situation. Call him off because they do have priority, and it's all blowing out towards them.
That just really took off on Story, so not going to be a quick inning. It is an error, rightly, on Story. As a fastball to Josh Palacios, right on the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, about a 15-mile-per-hour wind, which in a baseball game, that can really change a lot on pop-ups.
I mean, it feels like it's howling right now. 0-1. Sosa leading at first. The pitch is fouled back. He took a very awkward swing at a fastball looking for something else, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I love how Dobbins lives at the top of the zone with that fastball. He'll sneak some down at the bottom, but he lives with that almost little riser four-seamer at the top, and then he'll let the curveball play off of that.
0-2. Dobbins throws, and he just misses with a fastball. We started right on time, 7:10, 61 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Speaking of pork, Garrett Crochet will be on the mound tomorrow for Game 2 of this 4-game series. 1-2 to Palacios. The pitch is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Phil Cuzzy rings him up, and the inning is over. Composure and then some for Hunter Dobbins. No score after half an inning. Duran, Devers, and Bregman against Martin Perez when we return to Fenway Park on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Bottom one here, Martin Perez on the mound. It's first pitch strike in there.
Duran takes the next one on the corner, changeup, and it is 0-2. Sox did not score. The White Sox, that is, in the top of the first. Martin Perez. What a journeyman. What a great career he's had. 4 2/3 last time. Sox got him the third time through the order. Did walk 4. 0-2. Driven into left field. It will hang up, though, for Benintendi. That's a really good sign for Duran. Got an 0-2 pitch. Cutter. Outside half of the plate. Benny ran it down. And there's one away for Raffy.
Yeah, I love that swing from Duran, especially with 2 strikes like that.
Evers comes in 227, kind of a slinky season for him. A high drive toward the triangle in deep right center field. It is way back and it will not be caught. It's off the track and off the wall and out of play. That was not a very good effort at all out in center field by Michael A. Taylor. The wind must have gotten that thing too. That thing bounced into the triangle, and it's a double for Devers.
Because Raffy didn't crush it. He hit it really hard. That's a hanging breaking ball. Got in off the sweet spot just enough where he didn't hit it out of the ballpark, but got up in that wind and just kept drifting and drifting towards that 420 out in the triangle.
Well, here we go with a new dad for 2 times. Alex Bregman. 5 for 5 in his last start. He loves this park. The pitch is a little bit low, a sinking fastball, and it's 1-0.
So it will be interesting to watch the Red Sox right-handed batters, how they go about facing Martin Perez, because he loves to crisscross the outer corner. What I mean by that, cutters that start off the plate and break to the corner, and then the changeup off of that.
1-0. The pitch is low. Good patient take, and it's 2-0.
Another thing, too, is lefties that don't have a lot of velocity don't love to pitch into righties because of the monster in left, how easy it is to give up a homer.
2 balls and no strikes. Devers at second with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it is another good take. Change up outside, and it's 3-0. Such a fascinating contrast in styles and strategy here, because Bregman wants to yank one to left. Perez, that's the last thing he wants to let happen. Story's out on deck. 3-0. Bregman waits. Pitch is outside, ball 4. He wanted absolutely nothing to do with Bregman there.
It almost felt like the unintentional intentional walk, right? He everything he was throwing, he never threw his cutter, which is his strike-getting pitch. Everything was 2 seamers off the plate, trying to get some chase, but Bregman was right there with him, had every idea that he wasn't going to give him anything to hit.
Bennett Matthew Bregman came into the world a couple of days ago. So their house is a little bit fuller, and Bregman's back in the lineup tonight. 2 on, 1 out. Big spot for Story. The pitch is driven high into center field. It's back at the track. It's at the wall. Gone! Trevor Story to straightaway center field. A 3-run homer. And the Red Sox are rocking and rolling.
Kind of had that feeling coming to the park today. I'm walking over the bridge, and I'm like, you know what? I think this is going to be a big one for this offense to get going. What'd I tell you pregame? Give me a 3 spot to start. Well, there's at least 3. That was an absolute laser beam from Trevor Story.
He's got the Wally mask on. Something about first games of series in this ballpark. Story is hitting 3-run homers left and right.
He is just off to such a great start this season, and it all starts with the approach at the plate. How many times do we just see him just hitting line drives all over the place?
Here's Romy Gonzalez, who swings and misses at a cutter, and it's 0-1. We didn't vocalize it over and over, but you just had the feeling about this Red Sox offense against this White Sox team as Romy takes a curveball, and it's 1-1. And I've been saying for a while now, Will, that it's sort of been quietly. Story's having a great year. There's nothing any more quiet about it.
No, the numbers just keep piling up for him.
1-1 to Gonzalez, who swings and misses at a cutter. And it is a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, that was a big boy homer. I mean, I know the wind's blowing out to left center, but
What was that, 10 rows deep?
Yeah, that was way back.
Get the tail of the tape in a moment. The 1-2 is driven high in the air into center field. Taylor started in, now backing on the warning track. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down.
So Trevor, 412, 105 off the bat. It looked longer, right?
It did, and we can say this definitively. Michael A. Taylor looks like he's on ice skates in center field.
Well, he's getting a lot of action here early. A lot of laser beams all over the place.
So here now, Rob Refsnyder comes in 250. He lines one into right field. That's a base hit. He is such a pro. It's bobbled out there in right. Palacios misplayed it. Refsnyder's thinking about second. He's in there with a foot first slide. What a great read that is by Refsnyder. That'll be a hit and an error. It was going to be a close play, but Rob turned on the afterburners. The Sox are rolling here early.
There's so much in baseball you can't control. One of the things you can control is your effort. And these guys, the whole team does this. Ball off the bat, they were running hard around first. If he's not running hard on that, there's no chance he makes it in to second base there after the bobble. That's just great base running.
So Ethan Katz is going to come on and give Perez a little break here. This is a total ambush, Will. He's only thrown 14 pitches to the first 6 hitters of the game, 3 spot up and a runner in scoring position.
Well, the thing with Perez is when he's not right, everything's command because he does not have power stuff. So he has to live on the edges or just off to be successful. But when his command's not there and he's got to throw it over the plate, he has nothing to beat you with.
Campbell got the night off on Wednesday after his 17-game on-base streak was snapped on Tuesday. Got a feeling about him, to be honest, here tonight. This is a great matchup for him. And this feeling, this emotion in the ballpark right now, well, it's something we haven't had for a few years. You get the sense that this team this week has a chance to take off.
It does, and it's time. And we've been talking about the weather and this and that. And look, this offense should do this every night.
Here's Christian Campbell. Rob at second, the pitch is inside. When he takes pitches like that, good things usually follow. 302 now for Campbell, 3 homers and 6 driven in. His OPS is really deflated to 900. 1-0. Here's the pitch, and it's inside again. Another 2-seamer. It's 2-0. The Refsnyder at bat in so many ways, Will, embodies what you're talking about, that approach. If you just think right center field, good things will happen against Perez.
Yeah, and if he makes a mistake, it's not 97, it's 87. You have time to react and pull it if you need to.
3 runs in. The 2-0 is a strike. He was looking for something else. That was a center cutter, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, Perez going in on Campbell here. He's been trying to work away to all the righties so far and been missing over the middle. I think that's why he's trying to change it up and work in.
2-1. Swinging a high pop foul on the first base side. Now to play. Get over the tarp into the seats, and it's 2-2. This kid, Christian Campbell, he's got the 7th best on base percentage in the American League at .392. 18 games. On base in 17 of them. Doug Lane made us some balloon animals before the game. The lesser of the two just flew out our window. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled. He must have broken his bat there. I guess not. How in the world did he make any contact with that at all?
I have no idea. I mean, if he didn't hit it, it might have hit him. It was a cutter working up and in towards him. Might have hit him went out the catcher's mask. That's what we saw it ricochet off of.
2-2 to Campbell. Refsnyder at second. Here's the pitch, and it is low. That's such a good take on a changeup. 3-2.
Also, we're seeing teams start to adjust a little bit to Christian Campbell. When he gets extended out middle of the plate, away even, he hits the ball really hard. He hasn't found a way to lay off that pitch inside, just off the plate, especially with 2 strikes.
Story homer, the first one Perez has allowed this year. It counts for 2. 3-2. Swing and a foul, and that one got the umpire somewhere. He's doubled over as Tony Randazzo. Wow. Might have been the worst possible spot to get stung. Brandon Henry and the Red Sox training staff come out. It might have hit him right in the middle of the chest, actually.
Like a sternum shot. Yeah, they do have chest protectors on, but they only do so much when it's a direct shot. Still haven't seen a replay yet, but he looks like he's having a hard time taking a deep breath. Oof.
I'd say we've all been there, but not in that way. I mean, that is brutal. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer. For every strikeout from a Sox pitcher this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund and Here for Good.
Tell you what, Willie, last time I took a shot off the chest like that, I was running the speed option in high school, and I went fake pitch to LaMichael James. Remember LaMichael? He was my running back. I fake pitched to him. The end jumped out, took him. I'm like, I'm going to the crib. And I planted and turned to go up to the middle of the field, and there was a linebacker waiting on me. And I feel like I still have an indent of his face mask right in the middle of my chest. Decleated me.
That's a pretty good 1-2 option in the backfield.
Oh, man. That was the one time everybody says, did you ever get like crushed?
Smoke.
The one time I got hit so hard where your feet actually come off the ground. I feel like you're falling in slow motion.
Your girlfriend in the stands holding her breath.
You think she wasn't the head cheerleader? Come on now.
Right.
She
on
was
the
in,
sideline.
She was in full prayer on the track. I got up. Don't worry.
By the way, Christian Campbell's the 7th batter, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys. You got to get Glassman. Call all 7s at 617-777-7777. 3-2 to Campbell. Tony Randazzo's okay. Pitch is a ball. Good take there by Christian. A curveball in the dirt. He did not swing, and the Red Sox have their second walk of the inning. And with 2 on and 2 out, that'll bring up Carlos Narvaez.
Perez was into Christian Campbell that entire at bat, down and in, up and in off the hands on the foul ball, off the home plate umpire. That's a new thing. We haven't seen teams go entirely the whole at bat in on Campbell. I think we're going to start seeing that more and more.
So here's Narvaez, who had a very impressive batting practice earlier today. 182, looking for his first Red Sox homer with 4 driven in. 2 on, 2 out, 3 in. The pitch. Strike right there. Sinking fastball at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. You probably had a little fun with LaMichael, didn't you?
Oh, my God. He made me look so good. I just throw him a screen pass for 70. Thanks, bud.
0-1. Here's the pitch. And it is sawed-off foul on the first base side.
Yeah, we had 2 main plays. It was LaMichael right, LaMichael left.
You didn't exactly need the play sheet on your wrist, did you?
He didn't even need a blocker.
Well, so fast, shifty, sort of hard to pick up behind the line.
Hard. He rarely, even in college at Oregon, he hardly ever got hit hard just because he's so slippery.
I have some nightmares of watching Stanford games against Oregon with him to the house so often. Narvaez trying to take it to the house here, 0-2. The pitch is low. Change up, a ball and 2 strikes.
So Narvaez was out for early hitting today before regular batting practice and was really working on his bat path with Pete Fatsi out there and working on hitting the ball to the right side. He's been getting a little quick, kind of pulling off balls, and he worked so hard at letting the ball get deep and driving it the other way.
1-2 from Martin Perez. Matchup of a couple Venezuelans here. The pitch is inside, called a ball. Narvaez went to the Venezuelan winter leagues and did exactly that. I mean, he's working on bat path and keeping it so much more level. He had a wonderful time in the winter leagues. 3-0 Red Sox. 2-2 to Carlos Narvaez. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch is up the middle, a high chopper. It is at the second baseman Baldwin, who throws to first in time. And the inning is over. Red Sox get a 3-run jack from Trevor Story, and after 1, they lead 3-0 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shade-In Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shade-In sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shade-In is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story has the Red Sox off to a roaring start here. 3-0 after an inning. Hunter Dobbins back to the mound. He throws to Andrew Vaughn. Strike on the outside corner. He's throwing hard and challenging. It's 0-1.
Hey, if Dobbins is going to come up and pitch and get this type of run support every time,
keep him here.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not, right?
He's like, this big league thing's pretty easy. 0-1. To Vaughn, really struggling to start the year. 138 with a couple homers. The pitch is chopped foul off his front foot. And it's 0-2. Foot or shin there, neither good.
Looks like he has a shin guard on, but I've told you before, Willie, I wore a shin guard like that, and I'm not sure I ever actually hit the shin guard. I would pepper myself around it. Toes, knee, back foot. Then again, I felt like I was swinging a broomstick up there.
One of the laws of physics. Whatever you protect will not be hit. 0-2. Dobbins throws way outside. That's that new slider he's working on. He talks so openly about how in his last start, Carlos Narvaez just kept on asking for it. He was reluctant to throw it, but it really worked well. The 1-2. Little outside. Another sweeper. And it's 2-2. Hunter thinks that it works best when he plays it with the curveball. He thinks he's got to throw the curveball a lot to have the feel for that pitch. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. There's another good slider. Nasty. And there's one away.
Speaking of Narvaez calling it over and over, that was 3 in a row the sweeper was. They all has big side-to-side break. And to your point about him wanting to pair that with his curveball, which is 12-6, it's really tough. As a hitter, you see breaking ball spin, but you don't know if it's flat horizontal break or it's going to snap down like his curveball.
Here's Nick Maton. One out. The pitch is a little outside of fastball. And it's 1-0. Maton, $139. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Good curveball, and it's 1-1. Dobbins had his family here at Fenway Park last Sunday night for the back end of the doubleheader, but it was not easy to get him here. A splitter is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. His wife, Lexi, is in a nursing program in Lubbock, Texas, and when he called him, it was in a total snowstorm in Lubbock. The 1-2 has popped up again into shallow center field. Story is calling for now, and he will make this play. They're 2 away. So she drove to Dallas to meet up with Hunter's parents. They got to DFW at about 4 a.m. Flight was at 6:30. They changed at the hotel airport, gave up the room, and flew right to Boston.
You got to do what you got to do for that.
She said she was in like a clinical study at the time. Phone rang. She said, he doesn't call me usually this time. Something good must be happening. As Matt Theis takes strike one, a fastball, and it's 0-1. His mother put it perfectly, Hunter's did. 0-1 with 2 down in the second inning. Pitch. And that is a little bit outside. She said, he calls me for 3 things. My birthday, Mother's Day, and a promotion.
It's not money anymore.
Not anymore. The 1-1 is outside. Splitter, and it's 2-1. He is at that part and time in his life where now this is his second full day in the big leagues. 2-1. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up again. I've never seen 2 innings like this in my life. This is 5 high pop-ups on the middle infield of the first 6 hitters. Story handles that one. The pop-up king, Hunter Dobbins. Mom, I don't need money. I need you to get to Fenway. 3-0 Red Sox after an inning and a half on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shadin Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shadin sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shadin is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Cedar Rafaela to lead it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second. So far, so good. Rafaela in swing mode again. Fouls a hanging cutter back. And it's 0-1. Cedar is just a little off to start this year. 2-11. Looking for his first homer. He has driven in 8. The pitch is driven high in the air into right field. Back on it, Palacios, and he will, on the run, close in on it and make the play. Good swing there from Rafaela. Good approach. One away. It is time for a Subaru of New England scoreboard, and for that, thrilled in the booth to, well, Christian Arcand will join us in just a moment. Get him going. Get to it as we go along. We do know that today there was one of the craziest games in the history of the game at Wrigley Field as Jaron Duran takes a curveball in the corner for strike one. And 1. The pitch is a ground ball on the left side. Mydroth circles around it. He better hurry. He throws to first just in time by half a step to get Duran. And they're 2 away. This Easter dinner, treat your family to a tender, delicious roast. Right now, get beef, large and ribeye roast, bone-in or a boneless New York strip roast, $6.97 a pound. That sounds like a Texas Easter to me.
Sure does. You got me looking up that D-backs Cubs game now.
Ooh, wow.
It was 2-1 in the 6th.
Here's Rafael takes a strike on the outside corner.
Excuse me, 2-1 in top 7, ended up 13-11.
Didn't the D-backs score 10 in the top half?
Had an 8 spot there. The Cubs had a 5 and a 6 spot in the 7th and 8th.
0-1 is crushed high in the air into the triangle. Taylor this time backpedaling is out onto the track. He's there to make the play. The Red Sox go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. They're at home, remember? 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows you're ready to take on spring. That's why we have a full line of Ego outdoor power equipment. From mowers to blowers to string trimmers, find all the power you need at Lowe's. And right now, get great deals like a free Select 56-volt battery when you buy a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Shop today for Ego and spring deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today with
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
What up, fellow Gen Xers? Elizabeth Banks here. As the original Latchkey kids, we took things into our own hands, like house keys and video game controllers. And now it's time for us to do it again, because the recommended age to get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. We're at over 6 times greater risk compared to adults under 50. So go to vaxassist.com and schedule. Gen X, this is our shot. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When we go to the top of the third, Brooks Baldwin has been hot of late, facing red-hot Hunter Dobbins. Strike one on the outside corner. Fastball, 95 miles an hour, and it is 0-1. The Red Sox are rolling here early. 3-0 they lead. Pitch to Baldwin from Dobbins. 94 misses up above the zone. And it is 1-1. Of course, this is such a special weekend in this city. Patriots Day, Marathon Monday, ground ball to the right side. The second baseman Campbell's got it, throws to first in time, and Baldwin is gone. Marathon Monday is the best day of the year in Boston, and Conrad Miller Fabregas, who's a student at Assumption University, is going to run that marathon to raise awareness about autism and a lot of great things. And Conrad, great to have you with us, man. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Will?
Really good, thank you. This is going to be good because no matter where you look, you just have to say Will, and you get it right. Here's Michael A. Taylor, who takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. You threw out the first pitch. What was that like?
Oh, yes, great question. I would say that it was a euphoric feeling. And on Tuesday, I practiced for about an hour, and I felt really relaxed and natural, and I'm honored to have done it.
You never know until you stand on that mound, right?
Correct, exactly.
The 3 decks, it's a little different.
It's a little scary. I've thrown the first pitch here, and I was more nervous than I've ever been on a baseball field, ever.
Well, you probably spiked it. 0-2 to Michael A. Taylor. 1 out in the top of the third inning. Sox lead 3-0. The pitch is inside. Did it hit him? I thought it sounded like it did.
It sounded like it got something.
I guess not.
I guess not, yeah.
So it's 1-2. So you're going to run the marathon. And Conrad, your story is really interesting. As an adult, you were diagnosed with autism. Tell us about the moment you found that out and how your life has changed since.
Yes. I got multiple results, level 2 autism from multiple specialists. And at first, I would say it was definitely a life-changing moment. And I was confused as to where to go next. But I quickly became, proud of myself for how far I've come, despite these challenges. And after that, I became very accepting, and I want to help other people who are like me and show them what's possible and how it doesn't have to apply just to running a marathon, but to other areas in life and other state achievements like getting a high-paying job or graduating at the top of your class.
That's so brave and so cool of you to say as Taylor fouls it off on the first base side, because we're going to talk about you running the marathon and how Bank of America has been great with you, and you're part of this Special Olympics group and all that. Those are all great things, but I'm really fascinated, Conrad, about the little things too that impact your life, and so many. 2-2 is outside. To me, there's real bravery in just conquering the day-to-day stuff for you.
There is, yes, especially going to school across the country, going to class, and then trying my best to interact with other people and maintain relationships and also build them as well.
Here's a high fly ball into right field. Refsnyder does very well to field it in front of the pole, 2 down.
So, Conrad, at what point were you like, you know what, I'm going to use this for good and I'm going to help people? Like, that's just everything you're doing to help other people with this. At what point, when did that change for you where you're like, you know what, I'm going to take this, I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to really help some other people?
I would say it was when I ran the Boston 5K last year for the Special Olympics extra mile team, and then they thought I was going to go slower, so not a lot of pictures were taken of me, and then I finished at like 19 minutes 57 seconds.
Wow.
And then I actually showed them how I ran 51 miles in one day, March 17th of last year, and then I was recommended to 51 miles. Yeah.
Wow.
It took me like 5 hours.
That's my last 5-year total. Is a 1-1 sliders down
that in my entire life.
51 miles?
Yes. So I wanted to keep going. That's the point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess that's the message you'd probably offer to everybody else. Just keep it going. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Yeah.
Is swung on a miss. I don't want to put words in your mouth. What would you tell people who are in your position and facing challenges? What would you say?
I would say that everything you need to succeed is inside of you. And if you envision the outcome, then that path will appear, meaning that what it means to me is if you envision the end goal, then the how will fall into place. It'll manifest.
So true.
Such a great message. It's 3-2 to chase Mydroth. 2 down, bases empty. Conrad Miller-Fabregas with us, and a swing and a miss at a slider, and Hunter Dobbins just manifested a vision of his own. He strikes out Mydroth. Thanks so much, Conrad. Good luck in the marathon. You're such an inspiring story. We appreciate you coming on. What you do makes other people stronger and better, and that means the world. So thanks so much.
Of course, that's the goal. Thank you, Will.
All right.
And Will.
We go to he's got this thing down. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Lowe's knows you're ready to take on spring. That's why we have a full line of Ego outdoor power equipment. From mowers to blowers to string trimmers, find all the power you need at Lowe's. And right now, get great deals like a free Select 56-volt battery when you buy a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Shop today for Ego and spring deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Alex Bregman leading off the bottom of the third. Perez throws, and Bregman grounds it on the left side. Backhanded by the shortstop, Mydroth. He throws to first in time. And there's one away. Alex walked his first time. So he is now 0 for 1. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, every time you fill up, Club Citgo can save you money. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Doug Lane down here fixing your headset and handing me my balloon animal pump in my hands as Trevor Story swings and fouls the first pitch off into the seats on the first
beauty
base
of this,
side.
right? Trying to get the audio right. At some point, Doug's making me feel like it's me. It's not the equipment. It's me.
He's good at that.
It's what's between my ears.
0-1 to Story is a line drive up the middle, and it's into center field, a base hit. That was kind of a hero attempt on an in-between hop by Baldwin, and Story is aboard with 1 out. That should be a hit, shouldn't it?
It should be. Yeah, when you're swinging it well like Trevor, you find singles just like that.
They score it that way. That's good.
It would be a tough play to make that. I mean, that would have been unbelievable.
He's in between hops. So Story's 2 for 2. And here comes Romy. Cannot tell you how good he has looked in games and in BP. Gonzalez, the pitch. Way high with a fastball. He is such an impressive player and hitter to me.
But it's so hard to do what he does. I know we talked about this a couple games ago, but coming off the bench is one thing, but only getting starts, twice a week maybe, and to still find the success that he has.
6-game streak. He takes way high and outside, and it's 2-0. He's 9 for his last 22. Will, he always grinds, but a little extra against the team that let him go, these White Sox.
Right. Like, you telling me they didn't need this guy? I remember saying that last year when we had him. It's like, what? They didn't need him?
2-0. Here's the pitch. Romy swings and misses at a cutter, top of the zone. And it's 2-1. He is so pleasant to be around, Romy Gonzalez is. And he's kind of in the first chapter of what I think could be a long, really good big league career. 2-1. Story leads at first. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. That's that Perez cutter that you've been talking about. It starts off the plate, comes in.
Yeah, when Perez, when he's at his best, he's crisscrossing that outer corner. He's throwing the cutter, it starts off the plate to the corner, and then he'll work the changeup, which goes away from right. He's off the plate.
2-2. Romy takes a ball, changeup. Now, it's a lefty Perez on the mound. He's got a lot of guile on the mound. It's 3-0 Red Sox in the third. What do you think about Trevor considering it at first?
I mean, I think we see a pickoff here first.
Me too. 3-2. You knew that was coming, and so now the question is, the chess match, does he double up or does Trevor take off?
I would double up because as the White Sox know, they're probably going to try to run anyway, so try to get them here, and then obviously it's even tough on the third one to run.
You're not that worried about Romy swinging and missing. 3-2. Pitch is popped up into center field. Nothing tonight is really a pop-up. That carries just in front of the triangle. Taylor's there to make the play. Story did not run. And with 2 down, here's Rob Refsnyder.
Yeah, so Perez has what we call a read move, right? He picks his leg up. He doesn't cross his foot over, because if you cross your foot past your leg, you have to go home. He goes straight up. So if he sees you run, he can just come right over.
Those guys must have been very annoying to be on first base against.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I really wasn't going anywhere anyways.
I was going to say. Here is Rob Refsnyder. That was sort of a Pettit move right there. A little bit toward the mound, and then he went over.
That's it. I think that's his best move right there, where he brings the leg up, looks at home plate, and then comes to first. He tries to trick you.
Well, we remember when he was here, several times it did look borderline balkish. Here's the pitch. Refsnyder brushed back with a fastball, high and in, and it's 1-0. Ford Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years, and the official truck of the Red Sox. Story at first with 2 down, 3-0. Sox lead. 1-0 the pitch. He is outside. Speaking of pro hitters, great take, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, no kidding. There was a trick we used to use, a lot of left-handers too. If you watch their left foot, which is on the rubber, when they're going home, their toes would stay on the ground because they needed to push off. When they would come over to first, sometimes their toes would be off the ground.
Refsnyder takes a strike. It's those little things that base runners and first base coaches and now the army of video analysts study to give runners an edge. 2-1. And it's such a tiny difference. The pitch is low. I'll say this. Story does not have a good read on what Martin is doing. He's sort of dancing around, and oftentimes he sort of leans back to the bag.
Yeah, you have to fully commit. If you're uncomfortable, you stay, right? Or you just buy into, okay, his pickoff move isn't that fast. If I get a good jump, I can still make it close at second base if he picks over.
3-1. There's a balloon animal in right field as Refsnyder pops it foul toward us. And out of play is Doug Lane out in the stands doing it too. I mean, I don't know what that is. It's definitely not what we have, but there is a balloon
about the same
animal.
Size.
out in the grass in right field. That's back into the stand. Wally's down there wearing the City Connect jersey. I don't know whether that's a baseball bat or what. I guess. Trevor will definitely run here. 3-2 to Refsnyder. Here's the pitch, and it is grounded foul outside of third. And out of play. Trevor Story's on a heater, Will, and what a difference this lineup feels when he's hot like this.
It does. Just, these top three guys with Duran, Devers, Bregman, it feels like somebody gets on base and then he drives them in. But he's up to 316 on the season. I know it's early, but man, it's a good start.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Refsnyder drives one high into left center field. It is back at the track. It's at the wall. It's off the wall. Story tears around third. Refsnyder holds at second. It's a wall ball double, and it's 4-0 Red Sox.
It was a very Rob Refsnyder at bat right there. Works the count, ends up working it full, spits on some tough pitches, fouls off an even tougher changeup, and then crushes this one. It almost got out of here with the wind blowing out. He got that cutter middle. What a mistake from Perez, and he just about made this thing 5-0.
It sounds so easy to do, but Refsnyder just executed the playbook. Don't swing at the pitches he wants you to, and then hammer the ones that he misses with.
You can almost always get to full count with Perez because he throws so many pitches that look like strikes and work out of the strike zone. He needs you to be aggressive for him to be successful.
Here's Campbell looking to blow the top off this ballpark. The pitch to him is up and in, a cutter. And it's 1-0. You've been in these dugouts on nights like this. It's like a great white shark with blood in the water.
There's a line at the bat rack, is what it is. You can't wait to get out there and hit.
4-0. 1-0 to Campbell, the pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. A little bit off the end of the bat. Taylor comes in, so to Palacios, and Taylor, busy man, makes the play, and the inning is over. Refsnyder tacks on another run. It's 4-0 after 3 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowe's.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Do you know what really went down the night John Belushi died? Or about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's snatch and grab gang and The Rock's nearly 10 arrests? These stories and more are told in the new podcast, Hollywoodland, where true crime and Tinseltown collide. Hollywoodland is hosted by me, Jake Brennan, creator of the award-winning music and true crime podcast, Disgraceland. Follow and listen to Hollywoodland wherever you get your podcasts.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the top of the 4th we go. Hunter Dobbins, boys hit for him. It's 4-0 after 3. He'll see Andrew Benintendi to lead things off. This baseball thing is so crazy so often. The crossing paths of people, their career arcs. Benny drives one high and deep, and down the right field line, and that is gone. That's inside the pesky pole and into the seats. Is it 2018 all over again? A solo homer for Benintendi, and it's 4-1 Red Sox. I thought that was pretty clearly inside the pole. Alex Cora is checking with the video room.
It looked fair from here. I mean, Benny got every bit of that. If anything, it went over the foul pole, but I thought it was just inside. Yeah, they're not going to challenge that.
It's just amazing how quickly it went from feeling like Benintendi was going to be here for a decade and be an all-time Red Sox great to him being sort of an expendable piece. That was a hanging slider, and Benintendi destroyed it.
It's interesting. First pitch of the inning, him sitting on curveball right there.
Here is a yanked foul down the right field line by Lenin Sosa. And it is 0-1, so that'll wake Dobbins up a little bit. That's a big boy home run in this yard. That was not a pesky pole special at all. The 0-1 is a foul, and it's a fair ball. Narvaez came out, picked it up in the batter's box, and tagged out the runner Sosa. And there's one away. We've had so much activity, it's been hard to get into what we want to in this inning, which is the Subaru of New England scoreboard. And here in the booth with us to share the details of today, here's Christian Arcand.
Thank you very much, Will. We'll start in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates trail the Guardians 4-2. But that's no thanks to O'Neal Cruz, who homered for the third straight game in this one. They're in the top of the fifth inning in Pittsburgh. Bottom five in Detroit, Tigers enjoying a 2-1 lead over the Royals. Andy Ibanez with a solo shot for Detroit.
It is 0-1 to Josh Palacios. It's fun to have Arcand in the booth with us. The 0-1 lined into left field will hang up for Duran. He's there to make the play.
Top five in Philly. The Phillies with a 6-0 lead over the Marlins. You have the fifth home run of the season there for Bryce Harper as they lead. The Reds just got a 3-run home run from Ellie De La Cruz to take a 3-1 lead over the Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore. That game's in the top of the fourth inning. Yankees enjoying a 1-0 lead over the Rays at George Steinbrenner Field. They're in the bottom of the fourth inning down in Tampa.
How weird that is for them as Andrew Vaughn fouls it back to the screen. It's 0-1. They're at their spring training home where the Yankees have built this like 10-star big league clubhouse for them, and they got to go to the visitors' side in the place that they just spent 8 weeks. They won last night, leading 1-0. I think that's a Rodon start tonight for the Yanks. They're playing well. One strike pitch to Vaughn, 0-2. What else you got, Christian?
That is a Rodon start. You're right. He's 3 1/3 scoreless so far. The Blue Jays with a 2-1 lead over the Mariners. Bottom four at the Rogers Center. A 2-0 lead for the Cardinals over the Mets. They're about to go to the bottom of the fourth at Citi Field.
Andrew Vaughn swings and misses at a Dobbins pitch, and the inning is over. I promise you, as we go on in this year, Christian, there will be slower innings where you get more time to elaborate. In fact, we'll do that a little later this game. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-1 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sometimes when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan, or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at healthsourceri.com.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Lowe's knows you're ready to take on spring. That's why we have a full line of Ego outdoor power equipment. From mowers to blowers to string trimmers, find all the power you need at Lowe's. And right now, get great deals like a free Select 56-volt battery when you buy a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Shop today for Ego and spring deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the bottom of the fourth we go. Red Sox leading, and Martin Perez is done. Wow. Penn Murphy's coming on to the game here. You wonder if something's up with Martin. That is so unusual. He didn't throw that many pitches. It's 4-1 Red Sox. And now the sort of sidearm frisbee thrower, Penn Murphy, comes on to face Carlos Narvaez.
Just 52 pitches for Perez.
First one that Narvaez is swung on and missed. A fastball at 89. I don't know that there are two more different pitchers in the game, let alone this White Sox team, than Perez and Murphy.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's gotten hit very hard. The Red Sox had success against him in Chicago, 0-1. Especially the second time they saw him, as Narvaez swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, he's going to throw that big sweeper you talked about, Willie, 54% of the time, and then that four-seamer. He'll mix in a two-seamer here and there, but it's mostly sweeper.
0-2. Here's the pitch, and that is just low with a sweeper. And it's 1-2. Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. CarsForKids.com. And, of course, that's Cars with a K, 1-2. Line drive down the right field line. Slicing back to his left is Palacios. He misplays it. It's into the corner around the wall. Palacios butchered that one, and Narvaez is into second base. He looked uncomfortable all the way out there in right field, and Narvaez, a searing line drive, ends up at second base.
Yeah, fastball up and away, probably not even a strike, but this is what Narvaez was working on all afternoon out here with Pete Fatsi with the pitching machine, working on letting the ball get deep, working on the bat path, being deep in the zone and driving it the other way. And that just kept slicing away from Palacios. It's like he kept waiting for it to go right at him, and it kept chasing towards the pesky pole.
So Perez only 3 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits with a couple walks. Here's a high drive in a deep left field. Cedon says goodbye. Rafaela off the National Car Rental sign. A titanic blast. And it is 6-1 Red Sox.
Oh, that had to have felt good for Cedon Rafaela. He just missed one to right field last at bat. He was in swing mode, like you said, Willie. First pitch, sweeper, just hangs middle, a cement mixer for him. And that was a tank, wind or not. That was headed to Lansdowne had that National Car Rental sign not been there.
He's got his first taste of the Wally mask. And the kid is all smiles in the Red Sox dugout. Here is Jarren Duran, who takes strike on the outside corner. I mean, that is a spinner deluxe, and Cedon just boomed the barrel onto it. 0-1 to Duran, bounces in a sinker, and it's 1-1. Maybe that'll unlock him.
I mean, just, you know, when you're looking for a sweeper against a sidearm guy like Murphy, it's you have to have that pitch start at you. All right, if you're going to hunt that first pitch, all right, it's got to start at me. And you pick up the spin. That was a perfect one to launch on.
You're going to need to give me the tail of tape on that one. It had not hit the National sign. That thing was headed for the garage. Here's the 1-1. It is a ground ball hard to first, handled by Vaughn. He's there to make the play. Loud contact, and there's one away.
So 105 off the bat, 406 feet had it not taken down that sign. That might have hit my hotel room, other side of the pike.
I'm sure your Eggs Benedict is still outside the door.
You think I didn't finish it? Come on.
Maybe the dirty plates from it. Here's Raffy. These Red Sox love coming home. Devers has hit 2 very hard balls into the triangle. One a double, the other caught. Here the pitch is outside. It's a feeding frenzy so far. And, Will, this is how it's supposed to look against a team like the White Sox.
It should. This is what we expected when they went to Chicago. When that team, they rolled in there, that team was on an 8-game losing streak. They're on a 4-gamer coming into this one.
About to be 5. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. That was a long cut from Devers, and it's 1-1.
So the White Sox have lost 6 straight road games. If they lose tonight, 7 will be a franchise record, overtaking the 1968 club that lost 6 straight to start the season.
1-1 to Devers. The pitch. Raffy fouls it off on the third base side. And it is 1-2. Ultimate sneak attack by Joe Braverman. The fourth inning bell brought to you by Boston's premier retirement planning specialist and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners. 1-2 is strike three called. Sweeper on the corner. Endeavors is out number 2. By the way, we're past the 110th pitch, brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, official partner of the WEEI Red Sox radio network. Thank you, Trish. Here's Bregman. 2 out. Couple runs in on a Rafaela homer. The pitch is on the ground, just foul outside of third. And it is 0-1. I mean, he's just living up to everything you hoped he would be, that you knew he would be in this clubhouse.
He's just so calm. He's so calm, but laser focused at the same time. He's one of those guys, like, I don't really want to mess with him at the field because you can tell he's just so locked in.
And yet he will have fun.
Yeah.
0-1 to Bregman. The pitch is a little bit low. Sinking fastball, and it's 1-1. 6-1 Red Sox. They got the party started in the first with a 3-run homer from Story. Double from Ref in the fourth and a jack from Rafaela in this inning. The 1-1 is up the middle under the backside of Murphy, backhanded by the second baseman. Throw to first just in time to get Bregman, and the inning is over. However, the Red Sox put up 2 right out of the gates, and after 4 at Fenway, they lead the White Sox 6-1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Looking for a career that offers a 6-figure income, world-class health benefits, and a fixed benefit pension? With just a high school equivalency certificate in fluent English, you can join us. We have excellent education incentives. I started with just a high school diploma, and now I can provide my family with a great life. The benefits are amazing and the job security is unbeatable. Become a correctional officer by applying today at doc.ri.gov/apply.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hunter Dobbins fires, and Nick Maton reps one down the right field line. That's off the wall. It stays in play behind the pesky pole. Refsnyder plays the carom, throws to second, but it's a leadoff double for Nick Maton, who just missed a homer by about 2 inches. Will Venable is going to come ask for a crew chief review here. That's one that either bounced off the top of the wall or off a fan. The way it came back to Refsnyder, it felt to me, Will, like it hit that metal railing on top of the padded wall.
Yeah, so there's the green padded wall, and then there's like a red wall right behind it. That's exactly what it hit. But if it hits the top of that and comes back in, that is a live ball, not a homer.
And unlike Tropicana Field, just because Refsnyder caught it, here's the umpire telling us they're going to do a crew chief review. it is not, if it's caught in the air, it's not an out.
Right,
Like the ball's
right.
off the catwalk.
I think they're maybe checking it didn't go off a seat or a person.
Yeah, which, I mean, look, Will Venable has nothing to lose here, but to me, on the first look, that clearly hit that concrete wall, don't you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. It's right behind the padding, which is still part of the wall. It definitely did not hit a person or chair.
Nope.
So they got it right the first time.
A good job by those fans out there, because if a fan reaches out and clips it with a hand, that's going to be a home run. Here we go.
On the field is confirmed. The ball is alive and in play. The runner is at second base.
I mean, again, zero downside to ask for that if you're Will Venable. Something about the leadoff hitters the last couple innings for Hunter Dobbins, but as it is, just a leadoff double, and you can live with that when you lead 6-1. Here's Matt Theis. I'll tell you one other thing that not only is not discouraging about that, but I love about Hunter Dobbins. The pitch is a strike, and that is, you know, he's a young pitcher, and in these 2 half innings, the offense scores for him. Last time it was 4-0. Here now 6-1. Pitch to the score. Don't nibble. Attack hitters.
Totally.
0-1 is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, Narvaez stole that one. That was a ball just above the zone, a split finger that came out high, and Narvaez caught that really well and framed it right to the corner to get the call.
0-2. Dobbins works on the third base side of the rubber. 6-1 Red Sox in the top of this 5th inning. He sets longer than usual at the belt. Next to the runner at second. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Theis somehow got a piece of that, and it stays 0-2.
Yeah, I really like this splitter that Dobbins throws. Obviously, the fastball can reach upper 90s. We've seen 97 several times tonight already, but that splitter comes out just like the fastball at about 90, 91 miles an hour and just has some really hard-biting downward action.
0-2. The pitch is strike 3 called. That's a gift in a lot of ways for Hunter Dobbins, but he'll take it. His 5th strikeout, and there's one away in the 5th.
You know, sometimes Narvaez can really over-frame. You know, that fastball is above the zone ball, and he does a really good job, again, of pulling it back, but just to the corner, not pulling it back too far where it gets the umpire's attention where he'll ball that pitch.
1 on, 1 out for Brooks Baldwin. Pitch a little bit low with a splitter. Baldwin grounded out his first time. The code word of the game, Kid Nation. One word, Kid Nation. Enter your code word in the member portal today. Claim your points. 1-0 the pitch. On the ground softly to second. Campbell hesitated, now comes in, gloves and throws to first in time. Well, he's got it. And they're 2 away. Get you the league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. How about Tyler Soderstrom? Hit another home run.
Was that 10?
Amazing.
Goodness gracious.
The Athletics just destroyed the White Sox in a series. Red Sox trying to do the same. Good start so far. Here's Taylor. Michael A. swings and misses at a slider, and it's 0-1. Cutter Crawford threw on the mound a couple of separate half innings today here at Fenway. Bayo's going to make his next start likely Tuesday for the Red Sox here. 0-1 with 2 down the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a power fastball, and it's 0-2.
It's 9 homers for Soderstrom. Don't let me get ahead of myself. It probably won't be a day or two before he gets to 10. The rate he's at right now.
Unreal. 6-1 Red Sox, top 5. Dobbins sets, and now he steps off. Rivalry Report is sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. 833-79-RIVER. 0-2. Strike 3 called. On the outside corner, Dobbins has been fabulous. Works around the leadoff double. 6 strikeouts through 5. 6-1 Red Sox. Trevor Story going to lead it off when we return on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story leads it off in the bottom of the fifth. He's having a huge night already. Takes a sweeper outside from Penn Murphy. And it's 1-0. Trevor, 7 multi-hit games now. And he is mashing the ball.
He has 23 balls put in play over 100 miles an hour. That's 9th in all of baseball.
Here's the thing is now Theis goes to the mound to talk it over with Murphy. We've said it, Will, and believed it, but in a lot of ways it's sort of been hoping this is true, that the most important thing for Trevor was stay healthy. And he'd be the same player. And I think so far early in this year, he's proving that he is the same player when he can stay on the field.
Yeah, and so much over the last couple of years, you're like, man, he's so inconsistent when he plays. Yeah, well, he's not playing. He misses 90-plus games, and then Mick tries to jump right in there, and it just doesn't work like that.
1-0. Pitch is low. Sweeper, and it's 2-0. I love what Alex Cora said. They're just cutting him loose. Be an athlete.
Yes.
Don't worry about striking out. How about from the Nissan telecast in 4 games against the White Sox? He's 8 for 14 with 2 homers. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Whoops. Right?
Well, they've caught him at the wrong time.
That's very true.
I want him to hit another one on the Lansdowne right here. 2-1. Murphy throws. Trevor swings and misses. He thought so, too.
Yeah, he heard you. You're glad his shoes were tied because he's coming out of them.
2-2. I mean, this is one of those nights, though. I mean, the Red Sox are rolling 6-1. They're feeling all the good things. And you'll see some big swings tonight. And both Alex Cora and Pete Fatsi are totally fine with that.
Especially when you're up 5, right? That's the time to let it eat.
2-2 to Trevor. Homer and a single. Here's the pitch, and it is high. Four-seamer at 88 miles an hour, and it's 3-2. Here's a high pop-up foul side, actually in the fair part of the field on the first base line, and it is handled by the second baseman, Brooke Baldwin. And there is the first out in the bottom of the fifth. He absolutely destroyed that first home run to straightaway center field.
Yeah, I'm sure they were just surprised to get him out right there, the way it's been going so far against Trevor.
Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Jaguar Boston and Jaguar Sudbury, Jaguar Land Rover Sudbury. 1 out. Here's Romy. Pitch is a little bit high, ball 1. Did you ever hit one to that part, like straight away, dead away center here?
At least one. I know there was one. It was against, oh my gosh, what was his name?
That's hard for me to answer. 1-0 to Romy Gonzalez.
I can see his face. It was the Marlins.
Whatchamacallit. The pitch is line foul on the right field side, out of play.
Now you got my brain going. It was the Marlins. It tied the game in the 8th inning.
The beautiful thing about this is Joe Braverman will get the internet machine working. We'll find out who that was. 1-1 to Romy.
Mujica. That's who he was against.
Pitch is fouled off the end of the bat. A sinker, Edward Mujica.
Yeah, because next year he came over where we were teammates.
Did you remind him of it the first day of spring training?
He did. He did. He came over and he was like,
you got me, Poppy.
You got me. tied the game. I think it was the 8th inning here against the Marlins in 2012.
There was a time when you had the clutch, Gene. Here's the 1-2, and that is swung on and missed. He got him with a sweeper, and they're 2 away. Those will, I would imagine, I mean, obviously, if you launch one deep into left field, you know right away.
Of course.
But that has to feel even better, right? You just square one up and smoke it to center.
Yeah, and that was still, that was halfway through my rookie season, and I didn't know this place that well yet. And I knew I hit it well, but it was one of those you still run hard out of the box because you don't want it to hit the top of the wall and you be standing on first.
But it was out by plenty.
It was out by enough, by five rows or so.
That'll do.
You'll have me dig up the video for you for proof.
You're good at that. Here's Rob Refsnyder, who has singled and doubled. 2 outs. The pitch is fouled off. This is what we're talking about. I mean, that was a violent swing from Refsnyder early in a count. It is 6-1 Red Sox. One of my favorite things about Rob Refsnyder is that he will totally take chances early in counts, and he can do that because he doesn't care if he's behind in an 0-2 count. He will battle. He'll get it back into a workable count.
It's amazing. Some of the best hitters I ever played with were so comfortable with 2 strikes, which is rare.
Well, this man definitely is. 6-1 Sox in the 5th. 0-1 to Ref. Pitch is high. There we go. Fastball taken, and it's 1-1. Will is furiously searching video archives.
I found it.
1-1 is outside. A sweeper, and it's 2-1.
The old YouTube machine.
I've seen your homers against Pettit and Mo. I know that. This will be a good one. 2 down, 6-1. Sox lead. The pitch. Ref takes a ball inside a fastball, and it's 3-1. Oh, yeah, you definitely got that one.
See
the old Nissan Scoreboard.
You.
Yeah, it was about 5 rows deep.
I can remember some things.
And you were running hard. Some things. The 3-1 is lined down the right field line. If it's fair, it's extra bases, and it is. It's off the wall. Rob rounds first. He's into second. 2 doubles and a single for Rob Refsnyder. Play the man. He is in business here tonight.
I mean, he's just so consistent, right? He's going to have a good at bat. He's facing a side armor. And Murphy gets a fastball out over the plate and just hits it where it's pitched. Just professional hitting right there. Keeps it just fair right inside the pesky pole.
So here now Christian Campbell, who for the first time all year has his average dip beneath 300. He's in a little bit of a funk. By his standards anyway. He bats now with Refsnyder at second. The pitch is swung on and missed. He's a little over-eager of late as Campbell, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, and this is just part of being a young player who has success early in their big league career. You get up here, there's no scouting reports on you really outside of what you did in the minor leagues. Once these teams face you, they start to build a way to get you out, and you have to combat that.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Check swing and a slider outside. Celebrate Patriots Day at Fenway Park. This coming Monday. First 7,500 fans receive an exclusive Patriots Day puffy vest presented by Coca-Cola. RedSox.com/tickets. We'll be here. 1-1. Campbell drives it high into right field. Back on it, Palacios. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over. But after 5, the Sox lead the White Sox 6-1 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Looking for a career that offers a 6-figure income, world-class health benefits, and a fixed benefit pension? With just a high school equivalency certificate in fluent English, you can join us. We have excellent education incentives. I started with just a high school diploma, and now I can provide my family with a great life. The benefits are amazing and the job security is unbeatable. Become a correctional officer by applying today at doc.ri.gov/apply.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowe's.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
To the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the top of the 6th we go. Good times so far for the Red Sox. 6-1 they lead. Hunter Dobbins facing Chase Mydroth. He's 0 for 2 today. This man responsible for getting in the way of history a few days ago in Chicago. I thought for sure that Garrett Crochet was going to throw a no-hitter that day. He pitches tomorrow for the Red Sox. It's 1-0 as a pitch misses outside.
I'm sure they can't wait to face him.
Totally. The 1-0 is chopped to short. It's handled there beautifully by Story. He's feeling it. He throws to first in time. Christian Arcand is here again with another Subaru of New England scoreboard.
Thank you very much, Will. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. It is the top of the 5th inning in Baltimore. The Orioles getting smoked by the Reds. 7-1 your score at Camden Yards. Ellie De La Cruz with a 3-run home run. Top 6 in Tampa. The Yankees enjoying a 1-0 lead over the Rays.
Here's Benintendi, who homered his last time, takes a ball 1-0.
Top of the 6th, just about to get underway at the Rogers Center. The Blue Jays up 3-1 on the Mariners. Mariners getting a solo home run from ex-Blue Jay Rowdy Tellez.
Let's keep those Mariners cold. They'll be here after the White Sox series as Dobbins hits the corner 1-1.
Indeed. Cardinals and the Mets tied up at 2 in the bottom of the 5th at Citi Field. The Twins with a 4-0 lead over the Braves after 4 in Atlanta.
1-1 pitch is a strike, splitter to Benintendi.
Bottom 2 in Texas, Dodgers and the Rangers, Yamamoto and DeGrom, a premier pitching matchup out in Arlington. Dodgers lead 1-0. Top 2nd in Milwaukee. Brewers and the A's are scoreless. Padres with a 1-0 lead over the Astros in Houston. Bottom 2nd down there.
That Dodger-Ranger game, Yamamoto and DeGrom, I'd buy a ticket to that. The 1-2 is grounded to the left side. Story is beautiful. He picks but throws low, and Romy can't dig it out. That was in the hole. Trevor, backhanded that thing. It was a little casual throwing it.
Yeah, he was playing up the middle, right? So that was hit to straight up shortstop, but playing over with the lefty up there, kind of had to go make a tough pick on an in-betweener, and then on the run just couldn't get the ball there in the air. Romy had it in his glove, and it popped out.
If we're being fair, I think that should be an error, too.
Yeah, I think so.
He's too good for that. Really, the double clutch hurt him. It's like he had a tough time getting it out of his glove.
You see guys double clutch, they don't have a good grip on the ball, and you have to throw it anyways.
Well, they're going to give him a hit there, which is interesting. 1 on, 1 out, 6-1. Sox lead as Lenine Sosa takes a fastball inside ball 1.
You can't win a Gold Glove without some of those, right? Where it's like, oh, is that a hit or an error? Okay, it's a hit. All right.
I don't think that's one that anyone will protest until and unless the White Sox have some big inning here. As Narvaez late calls for time. Arcand, that's pretty good, though. The DeGrom and Yamamoto matchup down in Texas.
Yeah, very nice pitching matchup there. Nice to see DeGrom back out there pitching again for sure. One final to tell you about today already. The Cubs with a 13-11 win over the Diamondbacks at Wrigley.
We're going to get you more on that in a moment because that's a slider swung on miss. Christian, that's one of the wild games I've ever seen.
Yeah, really a crazy one. Bunch of home runs for the Cubs and 33 total hits in that one. Cubs committed 3 errors and still come away with the win.
1-1. The pitch is a strike from Dobbins.
And one game still to tell you about tonight that hasn't started yet. 9:38 start time in Anaheim. The Giants paying a visit to the Angels. And there's your scoreboard update.
Thank you so much, Christian. My brother's wearing that one They went from Philly to Anaheim. How does that work? The 1-2 is drilled into right field. Over and to his right. Refsnyder, he can't get it. He plays it on a hop. Rounding second, heading for third is Benintendi. Throw there is just a little late. That was a bullet from Refsnyder, but the White Sox now have him at first and third with one away.
Yeah, I think that ended up being a lot closer than Benintendi thought it was going to be. Refsnyder got it in quick. Campbell got rid of it even quicker. And a one-hop throw. Bregman made the tag on him.
I mean, you know, look, it's a close play, Will, but I really don't know why they don't just throw the ball to second. You're leading 6-1. Just keep the runners where they are, right?
Well, I mean, the throw went to the cutoff man, which is the right play, but it was close enough for Campbell to make the throw. The runner's not going to move up on a throw from a cutoff
So
man.
he's reading Sosa. At the corners, one out. Dobbins is ready. Josh Palacios, the hitter, and he takes just inside. He checked his swing at a fastball, and it's 1-0. The bullpen will get going. It looks like Bernardino who's throwing. I mean, Dobbins has thrown 76 pitches. He's been really good. But Alex Cora will not mess around here tonight. 5-run lead. The pitch is a soft little dribbler in front of the mound. Dobbins gloves, throws to first without looking to the runner at third. No problem. Gets the out there at first. And they're 2 down. I do think if he'd even glanced at Benintendi, he might have stayed put. As it is, it's a trade you'll take. And there are 2 away.
Yeah, I think to your point, the scoreboard, you know, Benintendi did a good job of, as soon as it was hit to the pitcher, he stopped. So had he even looked, Benintendi just stops there, and then he waited for him to turn and throw to first base to go score.
And I think if you ask anybody in the Red Sox dugout, here's Andrew Vaughn, who takes a strike on the outside corner. 6-1, rookie pitcher, just make the play.
Yes, 100%.
Only bad things can happen if you overthink it. So Benintendi scored both White Sox runs. Here's a high fly toward the triangle in right center field. Though Sadon glides over and makes the play, inning over. Nice job there by Dobbins limiting the damage. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-2. That might be it for Hunter, and if so, great second start in the big leagues. Be back with Rafaela leading it off in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want, like all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowe's.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
If you don't know about flyer deals on Instacart, this message is for you. Flyer deals are like strolling through your favorite store looking for deals, but you're scrolling your phone. And maybe you're in bed. Because getting delivery doesn't mean you have to miss deals like you'd get at the store, like the one creamer that doesn't make your stomach hurt, or the pasta sauce you can't not buy when it's on sale. So download the Instacart app, shop flyers, and never miss a deal on one of your favorites. Plus, get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Instacart. We're here.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Carlos Narvaez to lead it off. Then Rafaela in this bottom of the 6th inning. 6-2 Red Sox. Bullpen report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England metalroofing.com. The bullpen is down for now, and I love it. Why not? In a 4-run lead. Push Dobbins a little bit. especially against this Chicago team. Here is Narvaez. Pitch is a little bit outside. Well, everybody is talking about Roman Anthony.
Oh, goodness. I feel like I can hear his contact from Boston.
It is insane. The pitch is swung on a miss. Now, Nesson did just have a shot, by the way, of Dobbins in the dugout. This is a new pitcher, Gilbert, the left-hander for the Chicago White Sox. He may well be done. It might be that Bernardino or whomever is waiting for the first out to begin throwing again as Narvaez swings and fouls a cutter back, and it's 1-2.
It would make sense with Maton and Theis coming up, two lefties.
Tyler Gilbert is the new pitcher for the White Sox.
So that would make sense to go the lefty.
Plus, just take a young kid out after he's had a good 6
keep
innings.
His confidence.
1-2 to Narvaez. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cutter. And there's one away. I mean, yesterday, Roman Anthony, couple of homers, including a grand slam. Today, Marcelo Meyer hit a grand slam. He drove in 7.
They had a big game. They had like 20-3 game today,
Yeah, franchise record in runs and hits today for the Woo Sox.
Goodness. Vaughn Grisham had 4 doubles and a homer, I believe.
Sure.
Like half a day.
He's been really good lately, has Vaughn. Here's Cedon. He chops one. Great diving stop at third by Sosa. He comes up throwing to first in time, and Cedon robbed there. So quickly 2 down for Duran. It starts to raise very interesting roster choices for Craig Breslow and the Red Sox, because this team is deep. I mean, you see Rob Refsnyder tonight showing how valuable he can be. Cedon has homered. Obviously, Duran, the All-Star Game MVP. They're loaded up here, even if right now the record doesn't show it. 2 down, the pitch is swung on and missed. And yet, Will, Roman is dealing with a shoulder issue right now. I think that's part of it. They want him to be able to prove that he can play the outfield again before making any big-time decisions. 0-1 to Jaron. Pitch is outside. He, though, right now, Will, is doing things that make you think he's just kicking down the door.
Of course. He's doing exactly what they're asking him to do. The thing is if the rest of the offense is swinging it and scoring runs, you can probably deal with Cedon's lack of offense because of what he brings defensively.
1-1 the pitch outside.
So it's a good problem to have, right? But in that same breath, you're thinking, man, that offensive production, even if it is at the end of the lineup, would be pretty nasty to add on to these other guys that are heating up.
2-1 to Duran, 2 down in the 6th. It is 6-2 Boston. The pitch, swing and a foul. It's just, this is not a normal prospect. And in one way, that means you want to bring him up when you're sure he can stay forever, just given your roster.
Yeah, you're not going to bring him up if he's not going to play 5-6 days a week.
And that becomes a little complicated.
Of course.
Just given the way this roster is built. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And Duran lines one to third, caught by Sosa. It's a good swing by Jaron, but he is gone. And it's a 1-2-3 6th inning for the Red Sox. We go to the 7th. Bernardino coming on 6-2 Boston on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/setup and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/setup.
Lowe's knows you're ready to take on spring. That's why we have a full line of Ego outdoor power equipment. From mowers to blowers to string trimmers, find all the power you need at Lowe's. And right now, get great deals like a free Select 56-volt battery when you buy a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Shop today for Ego and spring deals at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
It's Brennan Bernardino. This is the home of the Red Sox. WEEI.
Brennan Bernardino is on as we go to the 7th inning. What a great night for Hunter Dobbins. 6 innings, just the 2 runs on 4 hits. Hunter struck out 6. That's 2 really good ones in his rookie year. It is Grateful Dead night here at Fenway Park tonight. They gave out tie-dyed vests. They had a cover band out on Jersey before the ball game. I don't believe that Brennan Bernardino is probably a big deadhead. He takes them out.
I don't know. He's pretty interesting. I feel like he has like random facts about him.
It's true. Here's a strike on the outside corner. It's like, don't you love Uncle John's band? Driving my train. Bernardino is the conductor here. The 0-1 is a high pop-up in a shallow left field. Back on it. Making the play is Campbell from second. There's one away. Packed to the gills here tonight at Fenway Park. Fish is like the modern embodiment of the dead. These long 4.5-hour concerts where there's 5 songs and they just go forever. Jam Band Deluxe.
Have you been to any of those concerts?
I really have not. It's not really my speed.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Like, I'll go to
I respect it.
Me too. There's no doubt. Here's the pitch to Edgar Caro. This is a guy who just got called up 2 days ago. Top prospect for them. His 4th big league at bat, looking for his first hit. He faces Bernardino pinch hitting for Theis. The pitch is into the air into right field. Ref Snyder comes in. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 away.
I know a lot about you, but I don't know your music style. Like, I don't know your taste in music.
Yeah.
I know you know the lyrics to just about everything. But if there was a favorite band or artist, who is it?
Man, I know that's
a tough question.
There's a reason you don't know that, because I'm not sure. I mean, I like so many different kinds of stuff. Here's Brooks Baldwin with 2 down. Bernardino throws, and that one misses a little bit low. By the way, the Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout this year, $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 2 down in the 7th, 6-2. Pitch is outside. I mean, I grew up in Northern Virginia in the 90s. So, like, that was in the peak of the Dave Matthews Band years.
That was going to be my guess, actually. I could see that.
I don't know what that says about me. The 2-0 pitch is chopped toward third. Over the bag, played fair by Bregman. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. No ants marching in this half inning. We go to the stretch at Fenway Park, 6-2 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
1,
2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
He wakes up in the morning. Sorry.
Keep going.
Raffy Devers wakes up as the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 7th. I will never do that again.
I bet you will.
You're right. 6-2 Red Sox. As Raffy steps to the plate, he's doubled. Fly to center and struck out.
I didn't realize your range. I'm used to the radio voice, not those notes.
I should stick to my day job. Here's Raffy. Sometimes lefties beg him to go over the monster.
Especially this guy. I mean, throws a ton of cutters.
6-2 Red Sox. Gilbert throws. And that's outside. You know, I say I don't really follow the Dead or the Fish, which I don't. I never really went to their shows, but there is actually some parallel between those bands and Dave Matthews, and just in the way that they kind of performed live. 1-0. Pitch is outside. They wouldn't go 30 minutes in one song like the Dead would, but I mean, Dave Matthews, a South African kid who moved to Charlottesville, Virginia, found all these guys in local restaurants and bars, and they formed this massive movement. 2-0 to Devers. The pitch is outside, not close, and it's 3-0. And that's how I found him on the concerts, like at Bender Arena at American University when I was 14 years old. And there's something about that, those first bands that you really kind of feel liberated when you see live. 3-0. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 3-1.
Kind of see you being a Chili Peppers guy.
Love them.
Yeah. Some stereotyping right now, but
I mean, that's better than some of the stuff you could say. The 3-1 is a little outside. Like, Will, you really strike me as someone who really loves Michael Bublé.
Mostly his Christmas album, you know. Listen to it year-round. It's great.
Raffy draws a walk on a pitch outside, and here comes Alex Bregman.
You know what? It only takes us about 6.5 innings to just start losing our minds up here.
Well, especially when the Sox are rolling, they lead. Here's Bregman, who takes high. Maybe this is the time he does one for Bennett. Cutter, 1-0.
Now, you talked to Bregman earlier. Now, Bennett's not a family name?
Bennett is not. He and Reagan just love it. Matthew is. It's Bennett Matthew Bregman.
Bennett Bregman. I like that.
Very good. The 1-0 is inside. His first son is named Knox, and I love what you said about that.
Well, my first question was, is it Knox with CKS on the end? You said, no, I believe it's X, but that would be awesome.
And it wouldn't surprise you with him. 2-0 to Bregman. The pitch is outside, a cut fastball, and it's 3-0. You know what? Cut him loose. The new dad right here.
What's the light that's not red or yellow?
Verde.
That's the one.
Gilbert sets. Here's the 3-0, and it is a strike on the inside. Bregman didn't want that exact pitch in that spot. It's 3-1. He's got a little 9 o'clock shadow working, does Bregman. 3-1. The pitch is outside, ball 4. So for the second time, Bregman walks tonight. He's aboard. The Red Sox roll in here, and Ethan Katz will come to the mound before Gilbert faces the red-hot Trevor Story.
Yeah, I think Will Venable was talking to some of his coach and staff, trying to figure out who the heck do we want to get up, because nobody's up in their pen right now. Looks like they're calling down. There's a little bit of movement. We can get somebody up.
Well, it's such an interesting year to manage if you're Will Venable and Ethan Katz. By the way, just imagine you're sitting in the stands, and in your hands is your first ice-cold Harpoon IPA of the game. Not at the game, find a local retailer at harpoon.com. Harpoon, first or forever. And they're more than welcome to bring some to the booth.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, the Red Sox thinking big right here. And what I mean about that with Venable and Katz is the White Sox are going to do nothing this year. They're 4-14. They got to protect the talent that they have. And so you just don't manage as aggressively as you otherwise would, particularly when you're already trailing by 4 runs.
Right, totally. Will Venable, ex-teammate of mine, 2015 San Diego Padres.
Such a great guy. Here's Trevor. Pitch is a strike. Bottom of the zone with a splitter, and it's 0-1. Now, he was a great two-way athlete at Princeton. Awesome college basketball player, phenomenal baseball player. 0-1 to Trevor. Here it is. Story swings and drives one high into left field. This thing is back. It is gone. 2 3-run bombs for Story, and it is 9-2 Red Sox.
You were waiting for the top to get blown off this place, and I think that did it, Willie. Holy moly. First pitch splitter. Trevor Story thinking, all right, that's the one thing he can throw for a strike. I'm going to sit on it. Got another one, and see ya.
He's getting used to that Wally mask.
It's basically tailored to fit his head at this point.
It should be.
That's his 5th homer of the year.
You know, I can only imagine what he feels like right now as Romy Gonzalez stands in. He takes a pitch outside. As we have talked about, Will, I mean, this is a guy who's a total freak athlete, who with the Rockies was one of the great hitters in the National League. The game was easy for him. 1-0 to Romy, the pitch, and that is foul on the first base side. He comes over here, great expectations, huge dollars. Injury after injury after injury. And the weight of the world was on his shoulders coming into this year. How it must feel to rediscover yourself. The 1-1, Romy takes a high fastball, 2-1.
You know, he's hot right now, but I think what I love the most is we've seen him throughout this hot stretch. It's not just homers. He's taking his line drive singles. He's hitting the ball the other way. He's hitting with 2 strikes. But then he can do that, too.
2-1 to Romy. Fouled off on the first base side. I mean, these right-handed hitters right now, Will, are carrying this Red Sox offense. We did not say that a lot last year.
Well, it was time for him to get going, too, because too many guys were cold at the same time the first couple weeks of the season. But now they're all waking up, several of them at the same time.
2-2. Romy fouls it into the seats on the first base side. So, now, the Red Sox in this ballpark have played 8 games, and in those, Trevor has 3 3-run homers.
That'll do.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. And I bet you that in some ways, Pete Fatsi and Trevor like the one to center most of all.
I mean, it's just, I mean, we talk about him using the whole field, but the one to center, you got to do everything right.
2-2. Romy swings and misses. He's gone. Tonight's 7th inning, sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. You've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. All 7, 617, and then 7 sevens. Gilbert was hurt in a work accident here today. 3-run homer by Trevor Story. 9-2 Sox. Pink Pony Club at Fenway Park. Take a break. Back with more on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Storrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Sox are having fun. It is 9-2. Doug Lane is poking balloon animals into my face in a way that makes me a little uncomfortable, but he can do whatever he wants.
I love when Doug brings me notes and I can't read a thing on them.
Hieroglyphics?
Doug, are you righty or lefty? Because you wrote with the opposite on this one.
I'm more schooled in the language of Doug. By the way, let's take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
I can hear you putting on the balloon right now.
Yeah. It's a good thing that we don't have cameras in here.
Yeah, I do, though. Look over here. Put it on.
Rob Refsnyder batting. 3 in, 1 out. He swings and misses at a slider. You are never allowed to have a picture of me with that balloon. I tell you that.
It would work better as a belt, I feel like.
In a lot of ways, that's true. Slider, and it's 0-1. 9-2 Red Sox. Refsnyder has had a huge night. He's 3 for 3 with a couple doubles. The slider outside, and it's 1-1. I said it earlier, I mean it. This is what it's supposed to be like for the Red Sox at Fenway Park, especially against a team like Chicago.
With this offense, I feel like it should be like this a lot more often than we've seen it.
I do believe it will be. 1-1 is fouled back. I mean, Christian Arcand asked me this before the game. When do you expect it to start? I said tonight.
Well, you're right. You nailed it.
It was in the air, wasn't it?
I mean, Trevor Story driving in 6 is nice.
I didn't quite have that.
By the way, that's his 4th career game with 6+ RBIs, but it's his first since May of 2022.
Doug wrote in like sort of a French-English hybrid.
I thought it was hieroglyphics. There was like a tree and a star.
The caves from years gone by. A slider misses outside, and it's 2-2. Yeah, there's like a baseball bat and some fast wind, and you can tell that 15 times they've hit it 100 miles an hour or more.
Oh, thank you for translating.
A mastodon by. 2-2 is up and away to Refsnyder, and it's 3-2. You could put, the fire symbol. Another boring night at Fenway. 3-2 to Refsnyder. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. Did Leisure. Jordan Leisure. And with 2 down. Bring up Christian Campbell. They have changed the hit to shortstop to a throwing error from Trevor Story, which, as we said, I think that's the right choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Here is Campbell, who can't stop his swing at a slider, and it's 0-1. So Leisure's look good. This is Trevor's 4th career game with 6 or more RBIs, which is totally stupid. 0-1 is outside. We remember the last one, May 19th of 22 here. 3 homers, 7 driven in. That was a week in which he had 14 runs batted in.
That was against Seattle, right? Yeah.
I mean, he started his career with the Rockies. I think he hit 5 homers in his first 3 games. The 1-1 is a strike. He is streaky, and when he's hot, he carries you.
Oh, he'll carry you like a Jansport backpack. What he'll do. Jump on, boys. We're going to go. Here we go.
That's a good pull from the 90s right there. You're too young to know that. 1-2, the pitch is strike 3 called. He was looking for something else. A slider. Jansport, huh? Beauty.
I was going to school in the 90s. Come on.
Well, how much you took in from school is another matter. 9-2 after 7. Red Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax.
Okay.
Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at shopify.com.
Round up the family and step behind the scenes of Pixar's animated films in the Science Behind Pixar exhibition at the Connecticut Science Center. Explore more than 10,000 square feet of interactive experiences that bring the animation process to life. And come face to face with some beloved Pixar characters. The Science Behind Pixar at the Connecticut Science Center is on exhibit through September 1st and sponsored by Liberty Bank, the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation, and Pro Health Physicians. Visit ctsciencecenter.org for tickets and information.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Josh Winkowski taking over here in the top of the 8th inning. Sox leading 9-2. Will Fleming left me by myself.
Yep.
So you had to listen to this instead of that.
Well, we all make our sacrifices.
I thought you took your bag and just left.
My Jansport. Here's Michael A. Taylor leading off against the new pitcher, Josh Winkowski. Drive into deep right field, back into his right. Ref Snyder is there to make the play. One pitch and one out. This Easter dinner, treat your family to a tender, delicious roast. Right now, get beef large end ribeye roast, bone in, or a boneless New York strip roast, $6.97 a pound. 9-2 Red Sox. Here's Chase Mydroth. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. I will say that it made me appreciate the Shaw's special on spiral ham. When I went to the grocery store last night. Ham this time of year, it is not cheap.
Such a company guy.
0-1. It's strike on the outside corner. Slider. Mydroth hated that call, and it's 0-2.
Wait till you hear about eggs.
We heard today we have too many of them. I have not had that experience myself. 0-2. One out, bases empty. 9-2 Red Sox. Winkowski, overhead wind, he throws. High. This is why Josh is here. He's going to get the next 6 outs of this game, barring disaster.
And some guys look at that as a negative role because you're in this position, but it's such an important spot in the pen to save other guys' arms for those closer games.
1-2. Pitch. Line drive to second. Leaping grab by Campbell. Sort of had to go up a little bit. Mydroth hit it hard, but 2 away.
That's one of those hard hit liners. You jump as an infielder, and then you realize, oh, it's top spin. I don't have to jump that high. But it was smoked nonetheless. Mydroth, I'm telling you what, he's a good ball player.
His swing rate is crazy.
He's just so compact, but he just doesn't swing outside of the zone.
I read an amazing stat on him today. As Benintendi, who's looked very good, stands in. He takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Last year, Mydroth swung at fewer pitches in the zone than Rafaela did out of the zone. Mydroth has an elite eye and swing rate. The 1-0 fastball is outside 2-0.
Say that again.
Chase Mydroth last year swung at fewer pitches in the zone than Cedar Rafaela did out of the zone.
Interesting.
2-0. The wave is going at Fenway, and why not? All for it in these spots. 2-0. Outside. These yellow jerseys have got magic in them. They're about to be 36-14 in the city tonight.
That's funny you said that. Literally 2 pitches ago, I'm sitting here going, man, their record has to be ridiculous in these things. The old Boston Yellow Sox.
So perfect to honor the finish line of the marathon in them. The 3-0 is a strike on the outside corner. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Christian Arcan's got that for you. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line. It tells you how loud Fenway is right now with the wave going Winkowski's got to put his glove over his ear to hear. 3-1 is outside. That's ball 4. I don't want to be doing that. The Yankees lead 1-0, by the way, in the 8th inning. The wind must be blowing in at Steinbrenner.
No kidding. Which doesn't happen much at that place.
Orioles are getting their doors blown off by the Cincinnati Reds, 10-1. 2 down. Here's Lenin Sosa, right-handed hitter. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a really good slider from Winkowski, 0-1.
Yeah, these Red Sox hitters, a lot of young guys, and a lot of them will come up there hacking early in the count. You really don't have to throw much over the plate first pitch to get a strike, get a swinging strike.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Inside. Fastball, and it's 1-1. You know, you talked about Winkowski embracing this role, Will, and I agree with that. The other thing that I think can happen is that when you appear in these games with a little less pressure, maybe you can rediscover your confidence.
Yeah, it's good for some guys. Some guys can't handle that.
1-1 inside.
A lot of pitchers need that adrenaline. Like, for an example, you see some like 8th, 9th inning pitchers, closers even, pitch out of that role or with a bigger lead just to get some work, and they don't have good stuff. It's not the same.
2-1. 9-2 Red Sox in the top of the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a really good fastball. Bottom of the zone, 2-2.
And Winkowski's interesting because he does have that heavy sinker he can throw at 95, but he also has the ability with a four-seamer to go up at 98, 97, 98 above the zone. That's a pitch he's been working on, being more of a north and south guy, not as much east and west like we've seen the last couple seasons with that cutter.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Winkowski sets. He throws. And a little chopper in front of the plate. Narvaez picks it up, throws to first. Beautifully done. And the inning is over. Sweet Caroline will sound sweet tonight. 9-3, bottom 8 next in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox.
Y'all know I love country music, but today I'm serving up something a little close to the heart.
Welcome to Cane's. It's Luke Bryan. What can I get you?
Today I'm raising funds with Raising Cane's and my buddy Todd Graves for the Brett Boyer Foundation. A foundation dedicated to funding congenital heart disease research and uplifting the Down syndrome community. Ain't nothing like great food
and a great cause. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers
and the Brett Boyer Foundation. One love.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Jones and Keith.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Should be at Fenway Park. It is 9-2. Bryce Wilson is on to face Carlos Narvaez. It feels like he's run off about 10 innings tonight. Fun night at the old ballpark. Feels pretty good to lead 9-2 with Crochet ready for tomorrow.
Feels pretty good to be Trevor Story right now.
That's true, too. Here's the pitch to Carlos. Outside with a slider.
So, from our friend Red Sox Stats on Twitter.
Love him.
Love him. 5+ homers and 5+ stolen base this year. Very small list. Shohei Ohtani.
That's pretty good. 1-0 is a drive. High and deep. And a left field. Goodbye. Narvaez has his first Red Sox homer. It's a party at Fenway. And it is 10-2 Red Sox.
tell you what, Willie, this is what Fenway's supposed to feel like. You know, coming into this season, this is what we were expecting to see up and down the lineup. You now have your 8 and 9 hole hitters with home runs tonight. That's a dangerous thing for the Boston Red Sox. Wow.
Here's Cedon, that 9-hole hitter. Carlos tests out the Wally mask. And it's just the way this ballpark can be. The pitch to Cedon is a little bit low. We'll get to Story in a second, but I just want to say, Will, that this is a White Sox team that is down in the dumps. They're not very good. The 1-0 pitch is outside to Cedon, but this can happen when you score early. It benefits everybody when you get to the back end of bullpens in this yard.
True. It's so true. You know, it allows guys to play more free. It's less stressful at bats.
2-0. Driven high and foul. How to play.
But it also allows your pitching staff to take a deep breath and settle in and be okay challenging hitters. You don't have to nibble when you have a big lead.
They got that here. 10-2. That must feel so good for Narvaez. The pitch is outside. And think about what Pete Fatsi, Ben Rosenthal are thinking. Early work. Let's put in time. Let's work on our swing. Look what it did.
Narvaez at one point in that last game at Tampa, I think he was like 2 for 30 since Connor Wong got hurt.
3-1 to Cedon. That's a hard ground ball up the middle to the second baseman Baldwin. He's got it. He throws to first in time. And there's one away.
That's a good feeling when you say, hey, let's go work on this early. You know, he gets a double to right field, which is he was working on all afternoon, and then gets a hanger and just clips it. That ball was crushed to left.
You know, what's crazy is the offense has put up these huge games, and they've not gotten much from Duran in them. Now, amazingly, he's 0 for 4 tonight. You know, he wants a hit here. He takes a little bit low. Change up, and it's 1-0. So back to Trevor. He's having a historic start to this season.
Yeah. So players, a really small list of 4 players, 5+ homers, 5+ stolen bases.
1-0 is a line drive into right field. There's a knock for Duran.
You know what? I'm never telling you. I'm just never telling you, because every time I start, somebody gets a hit. So I'm going to start it and just let guys get hits because I'm unselfish.
The next one on the
Let me just read the list, all right? Shohei, Fernando Tatis Jr., O'Neal Cruz, and Trevor Story.
Amazing.
I'm done. Got it done.
Sure you don't want to mix in something else as Devers stands in?
I mean, this is a good matchup for Raffy.
10-2. Duran is aboard. One out. Raffy's doubled and walked. He's 1 for 3 tonight as a spiked changeup. Backhanded there by Caro, the catcher. And it is 1-0. Devers, wide open stance. 1-0. Swinging a shot on the ground, could be a double play. Baldwin to second for 1. Very softly thrown over there, so the relay not in time. Messy turn there for the White Sox. They get Duran at second. And they're 2 away. So the Red Sox now with 10 runs, 11 hits. They have made 2 errors. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the White Sox. The updated box score is brought to you by the Mass Lottery, who celebrates the game we love. From the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all of our 351 cities and towns. The Mass Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Pitch to Bregman is a strike on the outside corner. It is that tonight.
I'm glad Duran got a knock because he smoked 2 balls tonight. 1 to third, 1 to left field, had nothing to show for it.
0-1 is fouled off on the third base side. A curveball. Bregman has walked twice and twice grounded out. Cool to see Brian Bayo in the Red Sox dugout smiling. That's the essence of that young man.
He's got to be excited. I know we're excited to see him back on the bump.
0-2. Check swing and a curveball outside. 1-2. I definitely am. Great reports. I mean, the box scores weren't great, but the velocity and command were. 1-2. Get Trevor Story another at bat. The pitch is fouled off. I mean, you want Bregman to go deep the first game after he becomes a dad for the second time, but you really want Story to bat again. He's on deck.
Especially with 2 guys on.
3 3-run homers in a game, you say? 1-2. A pitch. Swinging a looper foul. He was very close to that, was Bregman. You know, I can't help but think about him tonight, Pregame, because he's long loved this place as a hitter, as a visitor. And just like opening day, this is his first Friday night at Fenway that's absolutely jamming. 1-2. The pitch is outside. Good take. Curveball, and it's 2-2. I mean, he's such a good teammate that he's thinking about just trying to get on base any way he can for Trevor.
100%. Let Trevor keep riding that wave, man. When you're seeing a beach ball like that, you can't wait to get in the box.
2-2. Pitch is a high fly into right field. It'll hang up. Palacios there. He makes the play and the inning is over. So Story will end this offensive part of the game on deck, but he's done his part. 10-2. Mr. Brightside time at Fenway Park. The Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Kenny Planton te roba la diversión con Bob Esponja y sus amigos. Ven a Mall Plaza Cali y diviértete con Nickelodeon Héroes del Mar. Del 3 al 27 de abril. La entrada gratuita va de parte del Fondo de Bikini. Te esperamos.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowe's.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And together we have the podcast Office Ladies. Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere. Every Wednesday we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Josh Winkowski facing Josh Palacios in a first pitch fastball high for ball 1. 10-2 Red Sox. Fun night to begin the homestand. The pitch. Fouled back. It's baseball. It's complicated. Weird things happen. But with this start, Crochet on the mound tomorrow. Really need to pummel this White Sox team. 1-1. Pitch is outside. Stay tuned for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. It is so comforting to have Garrett Crochet waiting in the wings. 2-1 is a little shot, cue shot, dribbler in front of the plate. Narvaez has had a huge night. He picks it up, throws to first. In time, 2 away.
That's 3 of those. Just little dribblers right in front of the plate. Thank you.
So 1 away in the 9th. It is definitely a sellout at Fenway Park. Attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders or a sandwich spiced just right here in the ballpark.
What a fun weekend for Bostonians. Obviously carrying over to Monday, but White Sox in town. You got a couple day games this weekend. You have the marathon. You have the Celtics on Sunday.
It just feels so lucky to be here,
Good
be a
weather.
part of it.
It's going to be 80 tomorrow.
I'm here for it.
You in shorts and a tank top? What do
no
you got?
Chance. I never, ever will wear shorts to a regular season game.
You started lifting weights again.
3 bicep curls. Here's Andrew Vaughn. The pitch is fouled off his bicep, and it is 0-1. It was really kind of hard to get my shirt on today because of that. It's a little extra tight.
A little sore?
You know that.
They were only 12.5-pound weights,
That's like the rubber on the outside. The 0-1 is drilled high and deep into left field. Duran has no chance. It's off the monster. Karams to Rafaela, who plays bare hand and throws to first, to second, I should say, to hold Vaughn to a single. That was really nicely done. And it's a single with 1 out.
That's something our outfielders have done really well this year, not just here at Fenway, where they know how to play this stadium and play the wall to their advantage, but even on the road, our outfielders get to the ball so quickly, and there's been so many balls that probably should have been doubles that are just held to singles.
So now here's Miguel Vargas with 1 on, 1 out. 10-2 Red Sox. The only time I've ever worn a tank top in my life, it was like part of a costume or a bachelor party. As a fastball misses up and in, ball 1.
I won't ask.
Ten runs, 11 hits for the Red Sox. Winkowski is ready. The pitch in the dirt. Narvaez has looked really good behind the plate tonight. That was hilarious. Before the first pitch to Vargas, the home plate umpire had to go out and stamp down the clay in front of the front edge of the plate.
Because it was knocked away, right, from all the balls hitting right in front of the plate.
2-0 to Miguel Vargas. Pinch hitting. He skies one into center field. Rafaela's got plenty of room onto that wide warning track in center. He's there to make the play. 2 down, and the Red Sox are 1 out away.
It's such a comforting feeling, too. I know you're talking about Crochet tomorrow, but anytime a ball goes up in center field, you're like, we got a Sadon there.
It is so true, which is why, as much as all of us talk about Roman Anthony and all these players to come, there are no easy decisions. Sadon is worth being in there for his glove alone. 2 down in the ninth, 10-2 Red Sox. Winkowski throws. Edgar Caro lines one down the left field line, and that's in there. Duran chases it down, digs it off the wall. On the Karam throw goes to Story, but it's an opposite field double for Edgar Caro. And the White Sox have him at second and third with 2 down in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, in these type games, this is a thing that can happen here late in these ball games, because Winkowski's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Just fill up the zone. Don't throw balls. Challenge these hitters, but these hitters know that, and they're going up there aggressive. That's why you're seeing some hard contact.
So now Brooks Baldwin. I mean, it's almost impossible to envision a scenario where anyone else gets up in the Red Sox bullpen. They lead by 8, second and third. The pitch to Baldwin is grounded into right field. That's a base hit. That'll score 1 run. They play it safe, with the score being what it is. Caro is held at third. So it's an RBI hit for Brooks Baldwin, and it's 10-3.
Winkowski just at, 25, 26 pitches, so I think the most you see is someone go out there and just give him a breather if he throws much more pitches, but just going to get 1 more out.
He's only thrown 26 thus far. And with a 4-game series and the score being what it is, they want Wink to get this thing home.
100%. There's 0 movement in the bullpen.
The Tampa Bay Rays will bat in the bottom of the ninth, trailing the Yankees 1-0. Here it is 10-3 Red Sox. Michael A. Taylor trying to extend the game. Winkowski sets. He throws. Strike on the inside corner, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Garrett Crochet against Shane Smith, who's been really good for the White Sox. Excellent Rule 5 pickup. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Red Sox are a strike away. And this sellout crowd will come to its feet. On to the pitch. Popped up foul. Into the seats. That is a 4-10 first pitch. I imagine Garrett Crochet will be foaming at the mouth, ready to go once again.
Of course. Especially after what he did last time to this lineup.
1-2. High. The fastball. He really looked the part. Last time out did Crochet. And you know this Fenway environment will embrace him tomorrow. For now, they're ready for Winkowski. The 1-2 pitch. Pop foul straight back. Just underneath the White Sox radio booth. Len Casper and Darren Jackson, good buddies of ours. Such great people and broadcasters. And they are doing God's work these last couple of years. Can you imagine? No. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside. We got the pig, Garrett Crochet, going tomorrow. That is the ultimate lipstick on a pig. You're trying to make the most of these games. The White Sox are about to be 4-15, coming off the worst season in baseball history. 2-2, just inside. Winkowski, that's a little too nibblish in a lot of ways. You got to just challenge the hitters here. Taylor is hanging on and fouling pitches off. So now it needs a strike. 3-2. 2 down, top 9. Winkowski is ready. He throws. And a line pop-up into the back of the first baseman, Gonzalez. He is there, backpedaling. He makes the play, and the ball game is over. 10-3, the Red Sox roll. It's a Trevor Story show at Fenway Park. 2 3-run homers, and the Sox open the homestand with a bang. 10-3 the final. The Nissan postgame show is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowes.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI. This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
That was fun at Fenway Park. Red Sox roll over the White Sox 10-3. You're listening to the Nissan postgame show. We'll check in the Red Sox clubhouse in just a minute. Christian Arcand then will take you the rest of the way. 10 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, and 5 drip left for the Red Sox. 3-6, 1-6 for the White Sox. It only took 2 hours and 22 minutes. It's not often you get a blowout win in that little time. That's how one-sided this thing was. It took 2 hours and 22 minutes in front of 35,620. Hunter Dobbins wins his first 2 starts in a Red Sox uniform. The Red Sox got Martin Perez to suffer his first loss of the season. We're going to talk a lot about Story as this show goes on, Will, but Dobbins, man, I know it's Chicago, but he attacked and he gave them everything they wanted.
Oh, he did. I mean, that's all you can ask for. Alex Cora pregame said, look, I want to get 5. If I get 6, great. Just solid innings, give us a chance to win. That's exactly what he did. He was aggressive. He pounded the zone. He trusted the defense behind him, but he got some punch-outs as well.
So now the offense is rolling. You get a homer from Rafaela, 1 from Narvaez, 2 from Story. And look, you got Crochet waiting. The bullpen is rested. All things good to start this homestand, especially after the off day. We'll step aside and check in the clubhouse right after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
This is Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione, and I want to make sure you know the Shaw's and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes is back. You can win free groceries for a year, plus other great prizes. Just check your receipt for an entry code when you spend $50 or more and pick up participating items like Coca-Cola 12-packs. Get all the details and official rules at GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Spring is the season to find stuff. We're not going there. We're going here at findmassmoney.gov to see if you have money coming to you that you may not even know about. From a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, refund check. It might have never gotten to you. You know, it's estimated that 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. See if your name's on the list. Go to findmassmoney.gov. In the spring season of trying to find things, let's see if you got some money coming to you at findmassmoney.gov.
Town Fair Tire is New England's largest volume discount tire dealer with over 100 locations. So we sell Michelin tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Like Michelin tires with all-season capabilities and maximum performance. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services for life on your Michelin tires for longer tread life and reliable traction in both wet and dry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
10-3, the Red Sox roll over the White Sox, and a big reason why, tone setter from Rob Refsnyder, who did it again. More professional at-bats, more excellence from him. Rob, thanks so much for taking the time. This felt like the Friday nights at Fenway we're used to. What was it like to be a part of it?
Yeah, obviously we were pretty disappointed how we played in Chicago. We wanted to come out strong to the fans. Obviously a big weekend and Monday for the city of Boston. So great game all around. You know, Dobbins came in and did a great job. He seemed so poised and really happy for him. And I think Trevor really just set the tone. We have so much respect in how hard Trevor has worked, and obviously he's had to grind through some really fluke and weird injuries, and he's swinging the bat really well. And I feel like it kind of just trickles down to everybody, and the energy is just amazing when he's swinging the bat well.
Well, Ref, I know that's the teammate that you are. You want to deflect to your teammate's success, but I want to talk about you and what you and Romy do. Your roles on this team. You know, you have 20 at-bats right now, but you would never know that. You step in the box, whether it's a pinch hit, whether it's a start against a lefty, or whatever it may be, and you're just locked in. What is it that just helps you keep in the game and always be ready?
We have a great coaching staff, some great game plans, and there's a lot of guys behind the scenes, just helping, guys like Romy and I and some of the other bench guys. I think all Romy and I care about and some of the other bench guys is to win and win in Boston. And, anytime our name's in the lineup card, we're very thankful, and we got a lot of people behind the scenes that work extremely hard to keep us prepared and ready, and we take pride in when we're names called.
Well, honestly, I've been that guy. I've been that player in that role on a team, and it's an art form, and it's hard to do, and not everybody can do it. So it's been impressive to watch you guys take on that role and be so successful at it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it is a tough role. I don't actually remember the last time I played, but my job's just to give some guys some blows and just try to have a good at bat as much as possible. And but Trevor, like I said, set the tone, and it's been really, really fun to watch Trevor. I mean, Trevor's all spring training, all last year, this year. I don't think anyone has worked it as hard as Trevor.
I'm really interested in that, how he trickles down to you guys. But you're right about whether it's Joe Cronin or Tyler or Chris Stasio who's here. Can you talk a little bit, Rob, about the sort of the team group effort that goes into? I mean, we see these guys, it's nonstop on the laptop and the iPads, just working as hard as they can to give you guys the best chance to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, they're here. They're some of the first people here, and they'll be the last people to leave tonight. Obviously some guys didn't swing the bat as well as they'd like to, and they can never really enjoy the game for too long, because there's always somebody else who needs, a little bit of help or a little extra, work the next day. So they do a really, really good job of, celebrating the guys who did well, but, it's right back to work. I think some guys are, already on their laptop, working mechanically or game planning for tomorrow. Like you said, you guys are fortunate enough to be behind the scenes with us a lot of times, and you see how hard those guys work, and they don't get enough credit. They get the credit, or they get blamed when we're not playing well, we're not performing, but they don't get enough credit when we're doing a really, really good job. And my mechanics have been off a little bit to start the year, and we dug really, really deep the past 2 days, and thankfully it worked out. But a lot of credit to Dylan Lawson, Fatsy, Joe, Rosie, Stace, just getting my body in the right positions. And, that's really, really important for me.
Well, listen, you're such a class act. You want to make it about everybody else. We'll just leave it to us to say how fun it is to watch you hit and how great a player you've been for this team. So thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Rob Refsnyder. It's interesting because, everybody, I think a lot of folks have now seen the moment in the Netflix show when Alex Cora in the Red Sox clubhouse announces that Jarren Duran's going to the All-Star game, and he says to the group, hey, if you have kids, you want them to play the game the way Jarren Duran does, and we get that. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. Hair on fire, doing everything at top speed and max effort. There are a lot of things, though, about Rob Refsnyder that you would say the exact same thing about in terms of just raising a ball player and what it means to be a man in this business. I mean, this is a kid who's born in Korea, comes over here to adopted parents, and I think that does sort of inform the way he sees the world. He's sort of more appreciative of things. He has a different perspective. But, I mean, he's got a big night. I just love the way that he talks about the game. But as I said at the end, Will, and you were trying to get him to say this, he won't, but it's true. The guy is a stud hitter, and he has a job that's hard to do, and he pulls it off more often than not.
It really is impressive, and I think even more impressed, and you got to this point already, I'm so impressed with just the human being, right, and the work ethic. And, it's one thing to be a good pinch hitter and be a good role player, but he is one of the, if not, we talk about Bregman and Story, but he's right there as far as leadership goes within that clubhouse.
I love that they saw a little mechanical thing and they grind for 2 days and he comes out and just rakes.
Yeah, 3 knocks, couple doubles, no biggie.
All right, we'll close in just a second here. Christian Arcan's got the Nissan postgame show in a minute. Trevor Story, that's pretty awesome. I mean, and what Rob said there is totally true in that, we've had a front row seat for this stuff. And when you're around professional athletes enough, that you can just sort of look at them. And even though they're not going to be an open book about it and tell you the way they're feeling, these last couple of years for Trevor have been really hard. And I know you have a close relationship with him. You write him all the time. You talk to him a lot of times. We said this in the middle of the game. I just couldn't help but think it the second time he put that Wally mask on. You can see the pearly whites in the dugout. Like, what it must feel like to once again feel like yourself.
Well, I will say without giving you too much under the hood, that he's really beat himself up over the last couple of years of feeling like he's let down this organization, this city, with the contract he signed and not being available to play because of injuries. And there were freak injuries. Those things happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But he was so frustrated and so let down with that. So it's good to see him get back to full strength, have a full spring training. And look, I mean, we are seeing what he's capable of. This is who Trevor Story is.
That's the other part of this story, Will, and we're not going to harp on contract and money very often. That's just not our job to do that. But in this kind of a setting, after this kind of a night, that's another element of this deal, right? I mean, the casual sort of whatever fan might say, well, whatever, he's a millionaire. I don't have any sympathy for that. Please, this is Boston. It's the most pressurized baseball market, bar none, in all of this league and all of this country. And he came in with huge expectations, and you know definitively that was wearing on him.
Of course, there's one thing of the pressure of the city, but also is knowing Trevor, the human, and the teammate, is he doesn't want to let the guys down under that roof, in that clubhouse, first and foremost, and then the city of Boston. So it's weighed on him a lot over these last couple years, and he was literally chomping at the bit this spring. You could see it in his eyes. There was a different kind of focus there. And it was like we could almost predict that he was going to have a good start to the season.
Well, he's letting nobody down right now. He has been awesome, and he keyed this 10-3 Red Sox win. Christian Arcand has got the rest of the Nissan postgame show. Joe Braverman back at the EEI studios, the executive producer, Red Sox baseball, and the great Doug Lane here at Fenway Park. For Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming saying so long from Fenway Park. That was fun. 10-3. Sox beat Chicago, and it's Garrett Crochet on the mound tomorrow at 4:10. We'll talk to you then on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Sometimes when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan, or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at healthsourceri.com.
I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link.
And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just two lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD-1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto